and welcome to another episode of The Witch Hunters, Baba Yaga's Dancing Hut. The continued efforts in the Underdark, or the Feydark rather, have led them to this moment. Weeks of travel. Finally, confronting the Mind Flayer's lair itself. The party came into contact with the Winter Queen herself, and there was some confusion as to whether she was really feeling herself or not. Even Sasuze, who's of the Winter Court, felt that there was something off about her, and eventually he decided to confront her. I think she even pulled the trigger first, and leading you into a elaborate trap of frozen statues which exploded on contact. This wasn't the Winter Queen, or at least it wasn't her mind at the very least. You managed to somehow wall her off, not only trapping her inside this tunnel, but like walling her off with flaming, uh, flaming ugh, destruction from Ember, and as it could be worse for her because she was clearly vulnerable to this. She pretty much melted away and was defeated, and in her place there was an intellect devourer that tried to get away. Grizz squashed it into the ground, and you were left with nothing more than this single frozen rose that was in place of where this queen once stood. Suzuze had a moment of grief before she bestowed this upon you, Tanner, hoping that if her deity can maybe help yours, then her death would not be in vain. And she just hopes that the same fate is not reflected in the material plane. Regardless, you now have a powerful Frost Rose wand that can also create sculptures, icy sculptures that would detonate on impact. As you pushed forward into the final chamber, there in the distance, beyond a mess of chthonic looking tentacles, rose a hooded figure. And as he pulled back the hood, you could hear the suckling and slurping noises slowly coming out of the darkness. There was this glistening rubbery head, which ended in the four long tentacles. Its spindly hand extended towards you guys, and you could feel the psychic force pulling at the edge of your consciousness. And it's at that point you launched your attack, and without hesitation, Gaia utilized the Chalice of the Void to vaporize the Arcanist. They said that they would see you again soon, however, Gaia. And even though they seem to be vanquished, it feels like you can still hear echoes of their voice, even within this chamber itself. Whether it's them, like the residual energy of them in the chalice, or if it's communicating from this giant brain itself, you're unsure. But you haven't got time to figure that out right now. The party are in dire straits as these other creatures float down from the shadows above. Others pour forth from the actual mouth of this gigantic brain. You've survived most of the onslaught, but it's looking rough. Nissa is trapped within a wall of force. Grizz is still battling against his curse of the evil eye. And damn, this thing just keeps on holding back the Chalice of the Void through its own psychic powers. The last time you tried to use it, you almost tilted it towards your own body, but you you managed to kind of like resist it in a stalemate and instead fire it towards the side of the vessel that it's holding all this liquid together. All of these tadpoles spilled out from the side, and you could even see the actual brain itself begin to lilt to the side. Suzuze has sustained a number of injuries, but they seem to be impervious to the psychic damage. And Ember is somehow connected to the Elder Brain through some sort of psychic connection, and he is continually being disrupted in his efforts to aid the party. That is where we left off, and I think it was Grizz's go. So, what is Grizz going to do in this moment? He's right up against the tentacles.
Let's treat these tendrils like their roots and cut them down. Best Grizz impression I can do.
Oh, not bad.
Not bad, not bad.
That actually
we'll
took
go...
me aback. I had no idea who that was.
Such gravitas, yes.
we'll go reckless, I guess, and so that we don't have disadvantage, and just chop at the tentacles.
All right. Okay. So, chop chop. That is a hit. You have realized this thing is very immobile, but as you chop into this thing, it does begin to writhe and fight back. It might just decide to slap you in turn, but you've got another attack. Might as well keep hacking.
Chop, chop.
All right. Ouch. Okay.
And then...
Oh, these are reckless, I guess.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, that's why I was rolling flat, because otherwise he'd be at disadvantage.
Yep.
And his movement speed is currently 20, so... He just move back in near Tanner so that have the advantage with the saves. It's just like, right, to chopped it down. It might hit back. Maybe. Maybe.
We will reclaim our lost empire.
It is. The Darrows go. He suddenly reels back from this intrusion of thought and shakes it off and tries to fire his crossbow bolt at the Elder Brain. And I'm going to just roll normal. That is a hit. Does 6 points of damage. And at this point, I need to roll a couple of these bad boys. Con saves. That's a pass. That's a pass. And good start for the Elder Brain. You see, it is glowing pulses is emanating from the brain itself. Seem to just for a moment flicker as each strike lands, but it is maintaining its concentration, and it is even reaching into your minds to taunt you even mid-battle. It is onto Kane's go, who I believe is just trying to stay out of this fight. They are dodging behind the pillar.
Dodge.
Okay. Meanwhile, Suzuze is still flying up into the air. It's going to rush forward, having dealt with another wave of ads before it even had a chance to do anything. It's going to fly over to the actual brain itself and sink her fangs deep into this strange pulsing flesh. Ooh. Well, that's actually still a hit. And it's going to inject some poison by the looks. But it does pass. It does pass.
Yeah. Shame.
Yeah. But yeah, you can see something inject from her icy fangs, and the brain kind of pulses back, incredibly injured by this. I'm gonna roll one more save. Oh, yep. The injury is enough that you start to feel the air around you again, Nissa.
Well, that's actually kind of ruined one of my plans. Oh well.
Well, the dancing lights are still going on.
Yep.
You want to keep utilizing those?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Little friend is gonna hover over. I'm gonna deal some more damage, I think. Can you
He's
fly
gonna
over
get-
there? Yeah, sure.
He's gonna get a bit slapped by the
Even the
tentacles,
little,
isn't he?
even the little thing is gonna get stuck in. Try to go in with a dagger. Yay!
The console.
Amazing.
Yeah, Booker.
He does somehow get poisoned. Well, it saps the strength from them. That's all that happens. But not that an Elder Brain had much strength to begin with. Nope. Ah, nuisance. Pests.
All of you. God. Your will is not your own. A fatal flaw in your plan is the assumption that you know more than your enemy.
It is going to suddenly. You see this kind of crack that you've made here, Dyer, begin to fissure out across the skull. And it's somehow moving around. The entire creature itself begins to like lift up as these tentacles actually raise itself. Several of them are lashing out towards party members. And yeah, let's see where they go. First isn't raging. Oh. Anna's up next. Just seeing where to slap this. Okay. Yeah, screw it. Tanner, it's coming straight towards you. One of these
Oh, boy.
gigantic tentacles comes crashing towards you. And see what it gets. Oof.
Oh,
Jesus,
that
21 to hit. Oops. Get myself too.
Is there any way that I can raise that? Fuck. No. No, I'm not hasted either. Fuck.
Nope.
Nope. That's gonna do damage.
It's going to do a lot of damage. This thing bludgeons you. Feels like an entire pillar just landed on you. And as it hits, it begins to coil around and crush you. You are grappled. And I need you to make a... At the start of each of your turns, I need you to take some damage. That's what I need you to do. So effectively, right now, you are going to take 1d8 plus 5. At the start of your turn, not only are you being ripped and crushed, you can also feel this psychic thought through your mind rending and tearing like a surgical knife, just kind of cutting your thoughts.
Huh.
What do you want to do?
Don't like this. I'm still able to hit it, aren't I?
Yes, you are. Forgive me. Did you just take away that 7?
I did, yeah.
I'm gonna add it back
Oh, okay.
because it's already done it in the calculation when I hit you, so it's fine.
Oh, then I would have
Yeah,
been on 16.
when I hit you for 23 bludgeoning, it did the 7 psychic already.
Oh, then I'll need to add. Yeah, I'm on 16.
No, I just added
Okay,
I just added it
perfect.
again.
Thank you.
All
Cool.
good.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna try and hit it then, I guess. No, play it smart. Fuck. So I was gonna charge towards it before then. Bonus action. I see if I can play this Thunderous Smite. So I'm gonna smunk it. 10 points of damage.
10 flashing.
And
okay.
plus 8 thunder. And it needs to make a strength saving throw or be knocked away from me by 10 feet. And I'm hoping
Okay.
that should break it. Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see. Strength save, yeah?
Yeah.
What's your spell save?
Believe
It got-
that passes.
It got 14. Yes.
Yeah. Fuck.
Because it's actually had its it's actually had its strength set. Oh wait, I think it's on 14.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's on
so yeah, no, it is 15. It got 15.
Next hit is gonna hit it for 12 points damage. So.
Ow. Okay.
And why not Divine Smite on that? Just because I'm gonna die anyway. May as well try and take it down with me. Fuck it. At second level. Boom. Oh,
Oof. God.
I'll do some.
You
so
blast
19 radiant.
chunks away from this tentacle.
Get
That was a nasty hit. Yeah, the tentacle literally kind of gets blasted away with radiant damage. Except another one grips you in its place,
Oh,
and you're
great.
still being you're still grappled, but you've definitely injured it heavily. Okay, that gonna be your turn.
Yeah.
At the end of its go, to prevent itself from dying, it is going to deal those last points of damage to Ember with a psychic pulse. Otherwise, you're killing me. Can't be having that. It once again unleashes this barrage of thoughts that rend and tear through your mind, Ember. And at minimum damage, you're going to be knocked straight unconscious again.
Does he have to roll for it?
No save, no nothing. 3d6 minimum damage. He's unconscious.
Fuck's sake.
And it's got its
And yeah, it says
Perhaps you should go back to sleep. Seems you cannot function without it.
That's
Nice.
really mean.
okay. So you just see Ember suddenly collapse to the floor, holding their ears, their head, and they can't take it anymore. They fall unconscious.
Why did I
Okay.
just make a strength saving throw and take damage?
I have no idea why that's come up. But here, have some health back,
Yeah, thank you.
and you can ignore it. All right. It is Ember. I need you to make a death saving throw.
They
Yeah,
did.
they
They got
did.
a 14.
Okay, that's fine then. My layer action. Phew. I lost concentration on the Nissa thing. We can't be losing that. This is gonna kill me otherwise. Yep, we do it again. Can I do it again? Layer actions. I think I have to pick a different one each time. Shit. Okay.
I mean, if you want to
In that
wall of
case-
force me again, I don't mind in this case because I do have an idea for what Nizza could do in that situation. But
It's no, I'm not gonna break the rules. Layer actions can't be used the same action twice in a row. I will do a
so
different
next
thing
time.
if I live that long.
I
I could
actually didn't know that was a thing with layer action, so
Yeah,
good to know.
no can do twice in a row. And I'm pretty sure I haven't done the same one twice in a row. I've
No.
anchored someone, I've inspirationed, I've wall of force, and I've summoned minions. And I think we need more minions. Otherwise, we're screwed. We're going to summon yet again another set of these damn intellect devourers. Once again, more of them rushing forward. Their mutated appendages prevalent even on these ones. Do I get lucky? Well, I get really lucky, but unlucky at the same time because they're above
Yeah.
it. Oh, above the layer action.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's kind of stupid. You know, that doesn't make any sense.
We're so ready. We're gonna go before
Yeah, that's
we
not
were
right.
there.
Like, what's going
Yeah.
on? Okay,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm gonna make an executive decision. I just got two 19s. I'm not letting those waste. These guys can act right away, and they're gonna do so. Because it's otherwise they just went before the layer action on this turn, which doesn't make sense. So yeah, they're gonna rush out. I'm gonna see about maybe ending this here.
And
Hmm.
me.
Ending you as a threat. That's all. 40 foot of movement. Yep, we're taking it. So once again, these things crawl out of the mess of tentacles, rushing towards different targets, trying to get in range for a certain ability. One of them
No.
splashes into this little canal here, and then spikes jut out from the mind of this creature, and in turn jut into yours. Feels like feels like someone's driving a spike into your brain. Roll an intelligence saving throw.
Right.
12 is literally the DC. Oh damn. Okay, that's a success. You're good. No
So I
flies
take
on
no
this over there.
damage.
No damage. Nothing.
Whew.
They've done nothing. Honestly.
So is there actually a canal here that's water, by the way?
Yeah.
Or is that just in the weird dimension world that we're still in?
Oh right. Yeah. Hold on. Because that was a blast. And it's back.
No.
Yes, that is still water.
Oh, excellent.
Yep. It's like you can even see there are little tadpoles swimming around inside of it. Mutated
Oh,
ones.
that's
These ones
gross.
actually look like, when a tadpole reaches like mid stage where they have like back legs.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. They're freaky. Okay. We are not going to stop there. We're going to use the same one. Do it again. These two are both after you.
Oh, come on.
Mister? Yep. I know. I need to, otherwise I'm dead. Make another intelligence save. As the other one begins to try and devour you. Yeah, no luck. I'm pulling out all the stops, but it's not enough. Nissa, you fight back against the onslaught of psychic attacks. Perhaps there's still that residual wall of force protecting you, buffering the psychic assault, but whatever it is, you're still going and you're up. Your turn.
Yeah, Nissa's gonna take a risk because this thing seems to be throwing everything it can at me, suggesting it's weak. So she's gonna do the slightly stupid thing. Start off with the Encore arrow at disadvantage at the outer brain. Because I've obviously got something in threat range, so.
Okay. That's a
believe
hit.
that hits. And then
6 piercing.
go for another.
And for another 7.
Yep. And then Nissa is going to do something very strange and possibly partially suicidal, but let's do it. Dive into this water here and submerge myself.
Okay. You got submerged.
Because when I'm submerged in water, I think it's at the beginning of my turn, but so it won't be till next round. But I start healing again.
Yeah, true. But now you're in range for these things. Vicious claws. Seems they've given up trying to assault your mind, and they are literally about to pull out these nasty-looking claws. So that's
Yep.
that's gonna happen. Dire, you're up.
So the first thing I'm gonna do is drink a potion of psychic damage resistance because that seems
Cool.
prudent. the second thing I'm going to do is get out the Implement of Ferocity. And it's a mechanical figurine depicting a bestial creature with a toothy maw.
The
I'm
one.
going to activate the bladed handles, and there is a loud roar of transmutation magic. This gives me advantage on strength and dexterity checks and saving throws. And I can't be paralyzed or affected by terrain. I'm
Yep.
guessing that's my action, though. That's probably
It,
all I can do.
it
Unless
is, I think.
yeah.
Freedom of movement. Let me just check.
Unaffected by difficult terrain, spells and other magical effects
Mhm.
cannot reduce my
Okay.
speed or
Yeah.
cause me to be paralyzed or restrained.
That's right. It's
Uh,
effectively like the equivalent of freedom of movement. I just want
mhm.
to say though, I think you can either do one or the other because drinking a potion is going to cost you an action.
Well, is a potion not a bonus action?
Only if
Nope,
you're a rogue.
not in
Only
my
if you're a rogue.
campaign, unless you're a rogue because that's their fast hands ability, or if you're
Okay.
action surged. So you can do
Okay.
one or the other from that. That
All right. Well, I will do the Implement of Ferocity then. Save the potion
okay.
for next time.
Save the potion. Gotcha. All right. Yeah, you feel this roar, this surge of primal power around you. You're unable to be bound, unable to be caged. Okay, you can
And
still got
yeah,
movement and bonus.
yes, I am going to use my movement to move. How many feet can I roll here? I move 60 feet down here. So 10, 20, 30.
And one last thing, you can roll a d20 as well
Yes.
because this thing can have. It's an experimental device.
Yeah,
Okay, you've still
I
got
have to
it. You
roll.
can use it
I've
again.
still got it. Okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yep. So there I am, and I've got I've got a potion in my hand, and I will wave it at Ember and Tanner if they want to grab it next turn. They may do so,
Okay,
but that's all I'm doing for now.
gotcha.
Yep.
All right, nice. Let's go down to Grizz.
Right. Take a couple of steps forward.
I should also probably use some legendary actions at some point.
And let's
You don't have to.
In fact, you know what? We're going to do that right now. We're going to, at
Oh.
the end of Dyer's Go, as because I mentioned that Grizz was going to have something fight back. That's happening right now. The same tentacle that he chopped into suddenly rears around and goes to slap him as hard as it can. Here it comes.
Protection.
Whap! It's got advantage, right?
yes.
Because you're reckless. Yeah.
Yeah.
But protection, so flat.
Okay, flat. 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
Crunch straight into the back of Grizz. He's unable
But
to
I
block
don't
it. from his
take. But I don't take that 11 yet, right?
You do not take the 11 yet, but now you do. So it's all good. It's in there.
Okay. In which case,
He is also grappled.
let's just recklessly attack the tentacle on me.
Oof. 20 what?
21 damage.
Oh
Yep.
god. The reckless. This is why we need to kill Grizz, but then we need to kill Nissa, but then we also need to kill. There's too many targets. Yeah. Grizz chops straight through the tentacle that's gripping him, clean off. Like he's freed. He's just completely freed himself. That thing got chopped.
Stone of Endurance. I'm not seeing that anywhere.
It's probably hidden as an ability, but yeah, he can do it. Oh, there it is. If you want, you can use his reaction to reduce some of that damage.
Oh, in which case, yes. I didn't realize
Okay.
that was a thing he could do.
Yep. So he rolls a d12, which is 5, and then he adds his con mod. So he reduced that damage by 9.
So just add 9
Give him back
to
9
me, I guess.
HP. Yep.
And then we'll go for. I'll just have that on, which puts me back on. No, not 211. That'd be awesome, but no. On 20, and then Let's slam into this thing again. Raw.
He's got to get up to it. He's just hitting nothing at the moment.
Well, it's grabbed round him, right?
Oh, he chopped that one off. Chopped
Oh.
it clean off. Yeah, that's gone.
Then he'll have gone for the one that was on Tanner, because Tanner had one on him.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
But
You can chop at that.
that missed. That was a miss.
Oh
I'm
god,
almost
yeah, he
certain.
did somehow. He did, unless he's... No, that's a miss.
Yeah.
Oh, sugar. Okay. The Darrow is gonna try and do ad control.
Yep.
Rushes
that's what I was
over,
hoping.
fires a little crossbow bolt in your direction here. Plop. Does hit. Sorry, Grizz, my
Nice
bad.
damage too.
Yep,
Ow.
does get a good hit in, but that thing is still going. Kane still dodging.
Yes.
Okay. And the Sasuze is seeing the brain falter. She's going to continue to sink her fangs into it. Yeah. And with that, you start to see not just a clean pulse coming from it, but a flickering, faulty, intermittent kind of flash. It does not look like this brain is functioning. This... It's like there's almost static in your brain as it's trying to pull back into your minds one last time.
Finish it off. Finish
Yeah,
it off because that'll
it's
be
literally on
hilarious.
death's door. Fact. Oh god, let me just turn off these. The lights in the eyes they start to fade out, as if it's all of it together is one entity slowly dying and fading. The flickering is intermittent, and I'm gonna say it's reaching out to your mind again, Daya, and it says,
Do not be bold. That offer is still on the table. I will help you find the truth. Let me live.
No, I'm okay. I don't, If you can see into my mind, then you know that I don't trust you, and I can't trust anything you say. So, that's... Sorry, we have to destroy you. This isn't your place, and you know it.
I'll find a way. This is not the end. We are simply one branch of many. You think ending us here will stop our empire?
Nothing ever ends. I think stopping you here will stop you here. Someone else can stop you next time, but here we are. And there will always be someone. You know this. You've tried this before, I'm guessing. There will always be someone. So, you can keep trying if you think that's the best use of your time. But we won't be helping you.
Provides clues for those who can read them. It is in your cells, your DNA. Experience is a biological marker.
It is somewhat malfunctioning. Maybe it's talking complete nonsense. Whatever it is, it seems to be thinking inwards in its last thoughts, trying to preserve itself, perhaps. It
Arguing
is.
what now?
Yeah, no idea what it was talking about. I think, though, at the end of no one's go, Suzuse's, he's not play a character. It would be. Oh, God.
Hi.
Is Booker attacking the intellect barrel in front of me?
He did, yeah. Stabbed that one.
Nice. Is it dead?
God. One last tentacle slap. This one is going towards Dyer because you're out of reach of its mind blast, but not out of reach of its tentacles.
Yep. All right.
No, don't smite
Uh,
our precious DNA.
Okay, here it comes.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Okay, that's gonna hit Grizz. Unlucky. Sorry, Grizz. It does whap onto you, and I'm afraid, does that break your temporary HP?
If I'm taking any damage, then it well, actually, how much damage? How much do I have so
You
far?
took.
I have 44 extra, so I'm still okay.
Ooh, yes.
Really? Have you got that marked down? Because
Wow.
on your character sheet it doesn't say anything. You haven't got any temp on there.
I'm not sure. I have taken some
You-
damage, so
I
maybe.
think you have.
So is that it for my temporary HP? I'm not sure.
I
It's been
think
taking
we've
it
chewed through it
automatically.
now.
Damn it. All right.
It would have, yeah, it would have taken away automatically if you did have temporary already. But I don't know if you can't see it on your sheet if you've added it there or not. Probably took it away. Okay,
Yeah, I think
from
so.
like previous rounds. Okay, all right. This last, it seems to be like shuddering. This tentacle, almost like shaky. Tana.
Can we do any saves against the bludgeoning?
Nope, that's an attack roll. So I
Yeah.
just had to hit you.
Yeah. All right.
But technically, you can't be grappled. No, or at least you spend 5 foot of movement to get out of it. 'Cause you have
Yeah.
freedom of movement.
Yeah.
But Tana, it is actually your go.
Yes. So I'm gonna bring my sword on the underside of this tentacle that's grappling me to slice through it.
Yeah.
Schlup.
Queen.
Fuck! No!
Ah.
It's still a
Oof.
10.
It's still a miss.
Shit. Okay. Right, in that case, bonus action. Can I use a bonus action in the middle of my action? I guess
Yeah,
so.
you can.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use another Thunderous Smite. At second level, fuck it, let's finish this thing. Doink.
Just barely hits with
Yeah.
a 2. Oh my god.
So that's
Everyone is on their last legs. Just barely lifting up your longsword. It's so heavy in your hands right now. Finally bringing it down with a thunderous smite, shattering the tentacle and freeing Dyer. And in the same vein, this thing suddenly like shudders and the whole thing kind of collapses on its side. The skull cracks. The tentacles around here seem to be just kind of twitching on the ground.
I can just imagine like slamming the blade kind of like central on the tentacle and like crackles of thunder just splits the tentacle all the way to the skull and then splits the skull in half.
Yeah, I like it. The fissure kind of goes up into the skull, and as you splits, more and more of this liquid just pours out and bursts into the canals. And you see tons of tadpoles being loosed. It is at the same vein that the intellect devourers go, and as soon as they're about to slice into you, Nissa, you see them all of a sudden seeing. It looks like they're having a seizure. They kind of like fall on their sides, and they're just like twitching, shuddering. Yeah, both of them, in fact, have kind of turned into like awkward spasms on the ground. Something definitely disrupted the hive mind. And so for this go, they are not able to do anything.
Okay.
And unconscious. And that's one failed
plus
death.
3. Plus
Plus
3 because
three.
it's a
Makes it a
saving throw.
It does, that makes it a success.
Alright, so Nissa
Amazing.
gets 1d6 HP back. Ha 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 ha.
She does.
Not much, but it's better than nothing. And then, as this thing is having a seizure, do I have advantage or anything against it?
Yeah, it's pretty much done.
Okay, then let's go double short sword to her. That's effective damage,
Okay,
but...
don't forget to target it.
Oh, yeah.
It's all good though. 4 damage, still going.
Okay.
It's another 7. Still going.
Have anything else? As it's stunned, I can move away without...
You
taking
can,
any.
yeah. You absolutely can.
So, 1, 2... Actually, yeah, so pop out of the water, fly over it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, trying to stay in the water, but further away. Apparently, I can't get that there.
Oh yeah,
there's a
sorry,
wall
there's
there.
still a wall of there's still the wall of force, my bad. Let's get rid of that. Yeah. Sorry. Got that was there.
There we go. I'm just going to chill in the water over here.
Okay, cool. Okay, as you swim past, you see there's all these tadpoles just leaking out, spreading everywhere
Yeah.
from where it got cracked. And that's gonna be the end of your go.
Yep.
Dire. At the start of your turn, the tentacle was gripping him and it was now severed. You take 1 point of damage
Yo.
as you begin to feel the void pulling on you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna. I was trying to avoid that. All right. I'm going to move 20 feet over here, and I'm going to try the chalice on the brain, on the elder brain.
Oh god.
So
Okay. Yep.
one of
it's
these
flickering.
days it's gonna work. One of these days.
Well, believe it or not, it will 100% work this
Oh
time
no.
No.
because it has nothing else left to resist it.
Oh, so sad.
So,
It still
yeah,
has to pass
you can.
is it a dexterity check? No.
It fails. It auto fails
Sweet.
because
How does it
is
auto fail?
because it's unconscious.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah.
You're about to ruin this thing's day.
You notice
Okay.
how it
And
Oops.
didn't take a turn on its go.
6 plus 40.
You've done it pretty much, and you didn't realize it until you fire this and realize that it has nothing left to resist. No voice comes to you. Nothing tries to resist. The last thing you heard it talking about was something about cells and biological markers and how life provides clues for reading them, and you have no idea what it was, but now that voice has gone silent.
We need a cool
And as you
one-liner.
aim towards it,
We need a cool one-liner.
we do. What do you say as you drink in the essence of its cells?
Sales pitch needs work.
Nice.
Amazing. With that, you
Not as
see-
badass as it could be, but that's where Di is at right now. She's tired.
oh my god. Well,
don't
with
know
that,
why
I can
have in my
assure you
mind
that
there's no I in team, but there's a U in cut.
Suze quickly darts out the way as she sees this thing draining, and with one last pulse, it shoots out all of its psychic energy that it perhaps stored up, and all of that, even the energy, is drunk into the void. it seems that the chalice can even drink in non-physical things, and it literally absorbs this psychic energy, as it has done with color, with light, with sound. The brain dulls until it sheds no more light. There is no glow. The liquid inside with the tadpoles are also absorbed. And as the brain is unraveled, you actually see it turn into like one long extended string. Like all the little knotted synapses are literally undone into one length of rope and absorbed into the chalice. And it's like you're slurping up some, spaghetti.
No,
But
yeah. Mhm.
with that, you see that the last thing is this thought that kind of pulses out, and it says, "That wish, that wish
Should have been mine.
And everyone would hear this. Probably Ember loudest of all, because that is the psychic connection dying. And Ember, you are still unconscious, but in that unconsciousness, you do feel something pull away from you, disconnect. And that
Potentially, with a wish spell, it could do almost anything.
Mm. But why only one wish? Why not three? Or why not the ring itself?
Well, if it did one wish, it could get back to the astral sea or the far realm, depending on.
Oh, I had its wish. I had its wish all wrote out. Ember passed his damn save. It was the first action I did in combat, was to try and take
Ooh.
control.
Ember coming in
'Cause
clutch.
He
Wisdom
learned of
save.
something in Ember. And yeah. Not to mention that Dominate Person is a 5th level spell. Daya, you did it again.
My god. Yes.
I would have done it more had it not realized what was happening.
Ah,
And yeah, that's why I
amazing.
gave up that plan. And I can't believe it. Dominate Person, 5th level, and I was like, I'm staring at it on its character sheet the whole time. And I'm like, well, guess I'm just slapping people with tentacles now. Wall of Force. Otherwise, yeah, we would have had an Ember casting Wish.
Nice.
Wow.
And I just commend you guys for pulling through, even on the last slither here.
We are all
Dire, you're
dying.
still feeling a drain on you, and that is continuing.
I'm gonna slap 5 hit points into Ember.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
I reach for my ring, look around. Is it dead?
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. It's dead.
We got it.
It's gone.
We got it.
Hold it. Wow. I look at Daya. What does the chalice look like? Like, is she?
Oh, I'm holding it, and it is swirling full of black and colorful ooze, like an oil slick on a tarmac road.
Goopy goodness.
Yeah, thick and viscous, and it's settling into the bottom. Go. It's in there. We got him. I hope that all the things that I've absorbed don't get released when Una uses it to make the vial bottle.
Yeah, we might want to mention
That's a
about
new
that.
worry. That's a new worry.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
As you say this to Ember, he just kind of looks at you, but he doesn't seem like he's really listening. He's got this kind of look on his face of just incredulity and but yeah, sure, yeah, the Empire, I got you, yeah, of course.
You okay, Ember?
Yeah, I'm fine, yeah. Congratulations, Daya. I look over at the other brain. I imagine I just see basically a hole of
Yep, the brain is just
void
emptied.
energy. Okay.
Mhm.
Maybe we could have talked to it before we did that. I don't know.
I don't
To
think
what
it really
purpose?
gave much of a
Anything that it
chance.
was going to say was going to manipulate us. It's all, I mean,
Yeah, sure.
psychic manipulation and psychic lies and brain control. That's no, thank you. I don't know what it was talking about with the wishes and DNA and experience.
Oh, I should probably add that health that you gave me. Sorry, Cam. Thank you.
No worries.
As he kind of limps over towards you. You and Tanner, elves. It kind of got a little, ancestors come from this place, right? Similar to my blood, part of it being from the plane of fire. Yours would probably be a little bit from the Feywild.
I look at Tanner.
Yeah, I look at Tanner.
I don't know.
This place is a bit too batshit crazy for us elves.
Yeah, just be happy. I think you're, who you are really helped you this day. Once again, Ember, he looks a little dazed and gonna just walk towards the remains and just have a
Did
little
the
bit of a look.
Can I
and
Did the
see-
intellect devourer just disappear off the map? Can I?
Yep.
Is it still alive?
Suzuze
killed
is
one of them.
basically, and the Darrow is bitch slapping the other into next week. Just
Okay.
wrecked
Yeah.
it.
The
Can
other
I-
one tried to get away, and I'm gonna say that Kane rushes it down and turns it
Nice.
into the next chew toy.
Good job, Kane.
Can I insight Ember at all? Just
Yeah,
as
go right
to,
ahead.
like,
Yeah.
you say he's distant, but is he focusing on anything?
He seems very inattentive to the conversation, and same time, kind of, well, that insight. Just maybe he's just a little, little wounded.
Yeah.
Shit kicked
Dazed.
out of him. His brain,
these-
though,
Dazed from
just took
going
his brain
unconscious
took
twice in a row.
a lot of psychic assault, like not of like physical. Like he looks fine physically, but his brain's muddled, focused and confused.
Yeah.
Are the tadpoles still alive?
The ones outside of the water seem to be
Yeah. Yeah.
like writhing around like a fish out of water.
Okay. They're gonna die then if they're as long as they're not moving, I'm okay with letting them die. But if they're starting to crawl around, I would like to
They
disintegrate them.
they are. There's a lot of them still wriggling and writhing.
Let's
It's
go
just
treat
gross
it
at
like
this
sheet
point.
of
It's
bubble
like-
wrap.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Bubble wrap.
She gives Tanner a fist bump and she runs up with her quarterstaff and starts whacking them
Oh
like
god.
golf balls.
And Nissa's just gonna chill in the water till she's back at full.
Cool. Yeah, that works.
Which
Pop, 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 pop.
Grizz joins in.
I'm just gonna roll some d6s, see how long it takes me to.
The popping continues for a long time. Only the only ones that escape you, perhaps, are the ones that fly around. These kind of mutated ones that have turned into like dragonflies that you can see on the map here.
Sweet.
Tanner,
Yep.
do we, I'm having a hard time remembering. We destroyed most of this stuff. I'm gonna point at Tanner and cast a message. Say, Tanner, this creature was building an empire. Super soldiers of some kind. I'm not sure what. We might have an opportunity here to learn something.
Tanner stops and turns around and doesn't respond in his head. What do you mean? Learn something.
I'll cast message again, despite him responding orally, and I'll say, it told me things, Tanner.
I look to the others and back at Ember. Once again, don't respond. Just looking, like, inquisitively.
Um, I have to go. I gotta. And I'm gonna start walking back towards the lab that we came.
Okay.
I'll catch up with you guys. I think I need to check over Ember. He doesn't seem quite right. I'll, yeah, chase after.
All right. In this feeling much better. You're healed up.
Yep.
So not even sure if that stuff was water or not, but either way,
He
it seems
counted
to
as
have done the
being
trick.
submerged.
It's right. So diet is slowly being drained into the chalice of void. You would notice this as well. 1 hit point, 2 hit points, 3 hit points.
Grizz would probably offer some of the M berries he has, because he has 3 left. Hopefully one of them will roll an effect that helps her, I guess.
These are the ones with the wild powers.
Yeah.
I suppose it's worth a try. I mean, I need to get back to full or nothing.
Yeah. So
But
Grizz will probably
sure.
hand you all 3 of them.
All 3 is not going to do the trick unless you get really lucky. But
Yeah.
Not in terms of getting
Grizz-
back to health, but there might be
Grizz will
another.
hand you 1.
Okay, I will try 1.
Okay.
Oh
Thank
boy.
you, Grizz. And D100.
Yes, please.
87.
87. What do I feel like that's a familiar number? Scroll down.
Fireball centered on self.
It is a familiar one. Oh my god, we've actually
Is
had
it a
this.
cow falling from the sky? That was a good
No,
one.
you say all your thoughts aloud for the next hour.
Oh my god, I remember
Grizz had this.
Was that Grizz?
Yeah, Grizz was the one who had this. Oh wait,
Oh no,
was it?
No,
it looks
that
like
was in the
Grizz
other
only
group.
had 1 of them left, actually. He didn't have 3. I was misreading it.
Oh,
So that was
yeah.
the
You
only
might
one
want
they
to
had.
save that then.
Okay, if it was the last one, then yeah, no.
Well, I'll say
I
this.
mean,
Or is it too late? Is it too late?
it would be,
That's
to be
DM's
honest, at this point, it would be, it's give
I'll
it
say
to
it.
you because there's the chance. I mean, otherwise, what is 1 HP going to be at this point?
Yeah.
1
yeah.
HP will actually
enough.
bring you back, is what I imagine. So effectively, this is what happens. You feel the draining continue as you're chewing down on this, and it doesn't stop. It continues to sap away everything, every essence of you, every molecule, every cell is being slowly unmade until you fall unconscious. And at that point, the Emberry's magic begins to sort of stabilize you and effectively brings you back to 1 and
Okay.
cancels out the void, draining you into death. It simply drained you of your life. It simply drained you of your
All of my
your
living.
ability to
Back to
function. Yeah,
normal. Yeah. Okay.
but being left on 1 is not a nice feeling. You do feel drained, like exhausted, drained.
Yeah, but I can at least move around. I'm conscious.
You can, yeah,
Okay.
effectively. That was the last Emberry.
Yep. Grizz, thank God for those berries. Those are wild things, but they are clutch in the right moment. How are you feeling? Are you okay?
Pretty burned up, but I don't know about that, Chalice, mister. You're a good fighter. You don't need it.
Thank you. That's unexpectedly sweet. And
It
I
looks
don't
like
think
it
I'm
does
gonna.
more harm than good.
It does, doesn't it? I mean, I can't do big holes in enemies like that, but yeah, I'll be glad to see the last of this.
The sooner we get to Queen Una, the sooner you can be rid of it, and then you can leave the Feywild, and hopefully with the defeat of this thing, the Fomorians will go back to normal, or if they were controlled by intellect devourers, then they're just going to go into spasms and be easy pickings.
Well, there's an advantage I hadn't thought of. Yeah, I mean, I guess we haven't heard a message from the other team in a while.
Literally just about to. Yeah, so you read my thoughts. Now you're the mind flayer. As it happens, yes. As you say the exact words, you suddenly hear a message, a sending spell. It says, "Come in, come in. This is Varen. We're seeing something strange here on the front line. The general, the King Fomorian, they seem to be stunned. I don't know what's going on. I think, did you do it? Did you do something? You can reply to this message."
Who is the message sent to?
I will send to you, Di.
Me? It's
Yeah.
done. The thing that was controlling it is gone. So have at 'em. They're not coming back.
Okay.
Make sure
Okay,
that
no, I'll
anything
send
escapes the brain dies as well. You need to be thorough.
you hear another sending spell. Okay, well done. Good job. There's still lots of Fomorians. Not all of them seem to be under this effect. We're going to have to push them back. But it seems they're suddenly disorderly and they're losing focus. I think we can maybe drive them back. But there is some bad news. They did find the surface.
How far did they
Uh,
get?
Uh, again, yeah, another sending spell.
Mm.
I haven't got many spell slots left, but I can tell you now that they breached it. Nathian's now fighting them head on. But I think with this stab in their Achilles heel might have just done a trick in the nick of time. Come back to us as soon as you can.
We're badly hurt, but we'll try and help if we can. Use every advantage you can. And don't worry about repercussions. Good luck.
All right.
And then I will tell the others that the Fomorians have reached the surface and the fight
And
isn't over yet.
it's just Nathan should be able to hold them at least for a while, and there will be others on the surface, providing they're not as organised as they've been. Then hopefully they should be able to be held off until we can get back to until we can truly bring the dawn. But for
That was
now,
my thinking.
we best go see what the others are doing, and then maybe there's a chance the Pent Creek might be able to give us a faster route back.
That
Leaves
sounds like a
everywhere
plan to
else.
me. Is there anything else we need to do while we're here? Anything that needs to be destroyed or rescued?
Not that I can think of. We've taken out their leader, which was far worse than anything I could have possibly imagined. There's the tadpoles, but I don't know what happens to them if they keep growing. But yeah,
Well, I'm just I'm gonna go ahead and disintegrate those. Whatever's left.
They shouldn't be able to do the ritual that they need in order to transform, and most Fae seem to be virtually immune, so, well, not immune, it might kill a few, but that's, for us, death is only the beginning. No, it's an end and a beginning.
Well, we prefer to keep you with us and not to have the death be natural.
Yeah.
Rather than as the result of these abominations.
Exactly. But we succeeded. The defeat them, and there may be other threats that come, but if the circle of energy in the Feywild is the true of life, then history too may repeat itself. We'll face great enemies, but they can bring them as many times as they want. It won't matter. We'll do as life dictates and stop them every single time. Probably the biggest threat we face, but we've done it.
I meant what I said to that thing. I don't know if you could hear that, but it did threaten that there would be others, that they would always come back. But now you know what it is and what it wanted, and
Yeah.
next time you'll be wiser. In the meantime, Nissa, you should be very proud. You've succeeded in your mission, and you've saved you saved the Fae.
Yes. Well, Nissa just sort of looks at themselves and goes, it's. Well, it was a good last mission, I suppose. It couldn't get much better.
Why last?
Just sort of
Why
looks
not
at
continue
themselves.
to take what you've learned and continue to do good? Protect your lands.
Because, unfortunately, I don't think the energy that sustains me as a Fae is fading. Like with the Queen of Winter, I will soon return to that life energy and be reborn anew, but hopefully I can do more with what time I have left. Nissa's looking at her goopy body. I think that being hit by that thing, whatever it was, put me on a one-way ticket. But I don't regret anything. We have done my duty as a soldier and kept fighting till the last, and that's nothing else I would have rather have done.
That it doesn't have to be the end if you want to. There have got to be ways that you can be cured
As I
or
said, it's not the end. It's merely the end of me as I am now. I may be reborn as a tree or a flower, but either way, I will be part of the Fae and continuing that cycle. And I fought for a long time. I've been down in the dark for a while. It might be nice to just be a tree or a flower up on the surface for a while. But we'll see. Perhaps Una can do something, but I think only an archfey or something of that caliber will save me now.
she might.
Or maybe
Maybe,
she'll have another duty for me.
or maybe she'll recognize that you've served and could maybe you can rest in this form on the surface in the Feywild in peace without fighting. Doesn't
Perhaps.
your whole
Well,
life doesn't have to be the work.
it's all it's ever been. You know, it's kind of a funny thing for all of this, as much as maybe I've come to like blows with Ember. I am kind of curious what the material plane is like. Who knows? Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get to see it, but we shall see. But for now, we need to get back. I need to get you back to the surface. That's the next mission.
Okay. And with that, we're going to cut to what Ember and Tanner are doing as you head back up the tunnel into this strange mind flayer structure deep underground. We cut to Ember. He's ahead of Tanner at the moment, but you're following shortly behind.
soon as I'm out of sight of the other three, I kind of like I'm full sprinting.
We have to,
Slow
we have to, we have
down.
to
What are you?
before the fire disintegrates it. We have to see what's here. We have to learn. I don't have much time, Tanner. This creature was immensely powerful, and it was learning. It was
Hmm.
discovering. It was building. Quick, come. Well, building an empire, Tanner. Something bigger is at work. We could benefit from it. It could make us powerful. We could grow from it.
Sorry, I'm getting feedback somehow.
Oh, really? Is that from me?
I'm not sure.
It is,
I'm
of
hearing
course,
a little bit of
because,
echo. I think it's from you, but I can't because
Yeah,
you're the
might
only
be.
one talking. But I'm
yeah,
not sure.
because earlier I had a bit of echo from me, but it came through with your voice, Chris.
Okay, 1 second.
Interesting. Dramatic pause.
Okay.
Tanner, help me look, help me for anything, data, paper, any kind of we have to find evidence, what they were doing, how they were doing it, Tyro or someone in the huddle. No, we could even take it to Kesserask. We have to learn. We have to learn.
And I'm gonna just quickly, as I'm yelling nonsense to Tanner that he probably doesn't really understand, gonna be like rummaging once again through all these little cages, seeing if there's through these shattered remains of the destruction, if there's any kind of data or tools they're left behind, or anything to indicate how they were doing what they were doing. Especially,
Sure.
I'd probably focus a lot on this room as well. I'd probably run down if I was to plan out a route. I would be avoiding this room. I'd be running down from the north towards the southwest, down the hallway, down and into what this looks like some kind of like a control room. So definitely would be looking around here. I know we destroyed a lot of stuff, so there might not be anything, but
You can roll me an investigation check, and there's something else as well. There feels like a slight imprint on your mind where there was a telepathic link with this creature, and you're trying to recall on memories that were just there moments ago, but have now since been torn away like a web. You can roll with advantage for this.
I was going to do so anyways with my sorcery power, but sure, I'll just not invoke that grenade, and I will roll an investigation check. Now I click attributes. I can't because I reloaded. That's okay. Character sheet. Advantage is shift, right?
Yep.
Investigation shift. Not great. Fuck. Come on.
What was it?
All right.
11. Okay. So the information that you try to scurry together here indicates that what they were creating is known as an elder brain. It is the ultimate expression of illithid domination. It sprawls within the vat of viscous brine, touching the thoughts of creatures near and far. And you could feel it inside your mind. It was scrawling upon the canvas of your mind, rewriting your thoughts, authorizing your motions, and even like seeping into your dreams. It started to learn from you, and in that regard, it grew. It knew
Damn it, Tanner,
you
there's
had
nothing
a
here,
ring.
Tanner, there's nothing here.
Okay.
We don't have time, Tanner. We don't have time. No time.
Did,
Keep running.
okay. As you come through here, then the elder brain was something, but something that creature that you didn't get really much time to talk to they must have been one responsible for setting this whole thing up. If anyone was the real mastermind behind it, it was them. They must have left some clue, something that indicates what he was talking about. An empire? Well, maybe.
There has to be
Or
something about
maybe.
Tanner. There has to be something.
I'll start rummaging broken down. Just
Look at this, Tanner. It's remarkable. I can't lose it. We're not staying here, Tanner. Daya and this, they want to destroy all this. Why? Imagine what we could do with this, Tanner. This is our chance.
I fight off. Like, I guess not. 'Cause I trust his judgment.
It's okay, Tanner. You have free ancestry. It will work with you. I promise. Only I could. It's what I've learned, Tanner. There's a reason why you, Daya, and this won that fight back there. It won't work with you. They've tried, Tanner. They've tried.
I would imagine, Chris, maybe at this point the party would start catching up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they would. And with it, are you ridding this place clean? You've already done plenty of damage to the tadpoles. Are you finishing the job by disintegrating everything?
Oh yes, this is a salted earth policy. Anything
Okay.
that looks like anything is being destroyed. I want to
Okay,
keep the structural enough of the structure so that it doesn't collapse on our heads.
got it.
But anything in the lab, any of the vats, anything written down. Actually, if there's
Yep.
anything written down that we can take, I'll take them. But any of the equipment,
Really, what I could not find.
any
Hope you
creatures,
can.
yeah. I don't think
Okay.
we saw anything. There was that diary or the guy's notes.
There
Yeah,
was.
I
There was
mean,
lots of
I've
different notes scrawled
got
across the
some of
ground.
the notes, but
Okay. If they're just written on the ground, I'm gonna destroy them.
Daya, wait.
I'm not terribly interested in what they say. I was just bringing them up as evidence of this is
Okay,
what they were planning. They
it's
should
done.
not be.
You begin to unravel these
Daya,
notes, destroying them. Ember looks on in a little bit of panic. Ember, as all of these papers are being ripped and torn and drunk into the chalice, page by page flicks past you images and thoughts that are just at the edge of your consciousness. Some of them are unearthed, and you see an image, a fist-sized container made of silver, emerald, and amethyst flashes before your eyes. You suddenly see a commune, 3 of these mind flayers standing in some sort of ritualistic formation. All of them raise their hands together in that motion. A great power is being perhaps contained. And then suddenly it flashes away as you see more and more of these papers being just disintegrated. Roll me a
Daya,
perception check, Ember.
Shit. Why am I always so?
Um, hmm. Okay. Da-da-da. You don't see anything extra.
Okay.
Daya, we could have learned so much. I beg you, stop destroying it.
Dia's not even gonna respond to that. She's not gonna stop until it's done. Yeah.
There's
Completely
nothing
ignored.
to be learned from these apart from how to become something like them.
Does
we need to
Daya get
learn.
any
That's how-
indication of the thing that Ember is seeing while she's draining this? Like, does she get any flash of what it is?
No,
I'll let
only
you-
Ember does. He had this psychic connection to this
Mhm.
creature. All you're seeing is papers being ripped and torn away. You do see
making a
images of
mistake.
like triangles. That's all you kind of make out. Is there's a lot of like alien-looking text because it's written in
Yeah.
deep speech. So most of
Yeah.
it's gobbledygook. But amongst the diagrams, you would perhaps just see flashes of triangles as they're.
I will bonus action convert my first level spell slot into a sorcery point.
Okay.
So I should have 2 of 7 sorcery points. Spellbook, mark off first level spell slots.
I strongly suggest that you stop this right now.
And I will cast Suggestion, Daya.
Ooh.
Okay. Dai can make a wisdom saving throw.
And I will use
I
2
have
points.
advantage on wisdom
You
saving
do?
throws.
And I think, are you standing next to them, Tanner? Okay, down the hall, then probably
I will
not.
spend. I will spend 2 sorcery. I
Yeah,
will
hold on.
spend 2.
Yeah, go on.
I
Go
will
on.
spend 2
Go on.
sorcery points to bend luck on that wisdom save.
Oof, man. Okay, going ham. Dai, you can -2 from that, so 15.
It's good. It's still a pass.
It's still a pass. Just okay. You don't know that the spell has been performed,
I don't know.
but it's just Ember just protesting continuously as these papers were disintegrated. In fact, let's
Okay.
go back to that. Oh,
Ember at this
man.
point has just this defeated look of exasperation.
You made a terrible mistake. Terrible, terrible mistake.
And I just go kind of sulkingly sit down corner as she goes about her business.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk to Ember until I'm done.
Yeah. Nissa had literally pulled out a vial of something from her bag, but now that he seems to have calmed down, she's put it back.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. With that, you guys have fully unmade this facility. Every last wriggling, writhing creature has been put down. Every last alien piece of technology or written document has been destroyed. And Suzuze steps out and looks around. Oh, gone. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think it was destroyed.
I think it was, yeah.
Well, we don't. I mean, Ember's really the only one that knows which is which.
Daya had
Yeah.
was not making the distinction. She was destroying
There's-
everything because she figures she
exactly.
knows what their plan was, which was invasion. And now that they've been stopped, it doesn't matter how they were planning to
Those
go about it.
those
It's
things I described to Ember in brief, vague flashes were those things, I'm afraid. And now they are gone. It is simply a husk of a tunnel left. Suzuze steps forward and looks around. Says, Where's that Darrow gone?"
It's a good point. Where did you go, Darrow?
Where did you go, oh
You look
Darrow? Where have you gone this time?
you
Where
look
did
back
you
into the
go?
chamber and you don't see
We
he's there.
hardly knew you.
I think you remember seeing him, Tanner, Ember, whilst you guys were arguing. He walked past. And yeah, you were too busy kind of like being distracted effectively.
Ah,
well, I hope that doesn't kick us in the butt.
If you
And
want to find him, though, You can.
Can we?
Nissa's gonna try to track him, look for footsteps and stuff, because
Okay.
the guy was hiding his tracks.
You can very easily. He doesn't seem to be trying to hide his trail. And as you come out to back to here, so everyone else is out there except Nissa. You catch him. He is walking away with his little strange fey creature on his shoulder, the bucker, and he seems to be walking down the steps. And he's heading out.
Yeah, I call out to him and simply say where.
Okay. Say where?
As in asking where he's going, but
Yeah. So he responds. Turns around. One. Um. Home. Yeah. Home. Home. Yeah. Yeah. Everyone returns of it.
Oh,
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Sure. I like it. You'll go with that. Everyone retires eventually.
and
I
I
just looks
look
at you.
to him and just say gratitude as my way of he has my gratitude rather than thanking him.
Hmm.
But obviously I can't say the full thing, so that's but I'm not expecting a response from him. I'm simply saying the
He
word.
he holds his hands to his chest and then takes that hand away and offers it out towards you.
Nissa will take his hand.
He slaps it away. He was
Oh, is that his way
gesturing.
of saying like you're welcome sort of thing?
It seems to be that, or he's saying, "And I, you."
Oh, okay. I nod, and then trying to think of a way to say this. I can...
Azuze finally catches up. Ah, there he is. Nissa?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a particular word. I'm just going to say fortune, basically by wishing him luck.
He kind of hangs his head for a moment and doesn't seem like he has a response or a reply.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like he's got anything left, and neither has he got anything left to fight for. You kind of gave him that chance to perhaps fight for something and avenge his people. Now that's been completed and he has no people, what is he left with? Nothing. And Suzuki kind of looks towards you, Nissa, and looks back at him. I think I will accompany him.
If you're sure.
He is perhaps not best left alone in that state of mind. Besides, once I have rested, I may have a chance to restore his mind.
Oh. I hope
That
we
would be wonderful.
I hope we meet again one day. Perhaps not as we are now, but at some point. Maybe when the snows fall.
She nods, says, "Winter will come again. I'm sure of it. When a new queen takes to the throne, then perhaps we shall see the snows fall again."
Hopefully not any psychic cows.
Yes. Until then, make sure they get back to the surface. Make sure you bring back dawn. Bring the dawn.
Of course, it is the final task on this mission is to get them to the surface and bring dawn. Just hope we're not too late. But at least they won't be organized, which should give us enough time and enough edge to succeed. But
I have faith you shall.
yes.
She turns around and sees that everyone's kind of like waiting behind her, apparently. She says, "It is time that I depart."
I can't believe I'm saying this, but good luck. I'll miss you, I guess. Try to warm up a little, though. You don't have to be so cold all the time.
And you watch that temper.
Mm.
That's yeah. Well, I didn't get here accidentally.
We may be complete opposites, but it is good that we were able to put our differences aside and defeat a greater evil here. A greater danger to everything.
Yeah, I think we just get started, but I guess
Hmm.
there were some mistakes made, but
And I glare at Daya.
well, I'm glad that Cinderborn was able to come to your aid. Hopefully one day I come calling and maybe someone will answer. Maybe. Good
I
travels.
hope you're.
Be safe.
She nods and she looks to everyone else and says, "I hope all your stories do not end quite so tragically as mine."
Suzuze, we are pleased to have known you and pleased to have fought alongside you. You have our respect and gratitude. I wish your story had turned out differently, but maybe it's not over yet. Good luck.
She nods and turns to you, Tanner. Yeah, you shall not. Find your deity. Restore what was lost. In that way, a cycle will continue. The frost rose, yeah. She reaches out and touches it briefly for just one last time. You see a tear run down her cheek. Under these cold stars, the winter court songs are always filled with sorrow. Grief is the time of summer winds, and moon is sad as the night. She turns and begins heading after the Darrow. The small patches of frost are the last things you see of Sasuze's footsteps that disappear into the darkness of the cave. And that chill no longer lingers in the air surrounding her. But just this faintest winter's breeze is like a wave goodbye.
Am I the only one who's holding back to say thank you?
Yeah, it's
Trying
so
really
hard.
A
hard.
moment, a moment.
So
Yeah.
hard.
Don't want her to
With that,
slap
then-
back. Probably.
Get you launched back to the surface.
Ugh. Okay. Let's get back to the surface, guys.
Yes, sure.
You see Grizz, like you turn around, it looks like you think Grizz has held it together, and you see he's actually bawling out. He's like, his
Oh, man.
tears running down.
Aw.
Oh,
His
I
face.
step up
Yeah.
beside him like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here, Chris. You're absolutely right.
Ember even just a little tint of emotion as he saunters wounded, following Kane and Grizz, and of course Tanner, his shield, leading the way.
Okay.
If how the fade up works, hopefully it shouldn't be as long going back as it did getting here.
Precisely.
At least we know
I'm
where
gonna
we're
go to
going.
the. I'm gonna go to the Feydark map one last time to see
Wow.
the routes that you're gonna take and the routes that you could have taken on the way here. So as a kind of almost post credits, but no, we still got some bits to go. But let's have a look. You guys have situated yourselves here, as you can tell. At the back end of Candle Cliff, you bore a tunnel right into the back of the layer where this mind flayer had set up its own base of operations, a high perch overlooking the city of Fomorians. It was here he concocted his experiments. It was here he sent forth his intellect devourers into the waters, the backwaters of a city that didn't even see it coming. Did they even understand that they were under control? Who's to know? Perhaps the front line is shedding a lot of details. Perhaps they think themselves betrayed and are turning on each other as we speak. We'll have to find out as we get to the surface. But as you are coming out, there is a high perch that kind of leads around another passageway, and you can see it now. Probably because the Fomorians have just shook this place, and obviously all the disintegration which went on. But anyway, there was another way, but you took the back end, effectively the back door, and as you can see, this is literally the city where you're looking at here. This is the citadel, the king's throne, and I would say if you looked over this, whole area, you would quite literally see a ghost town, a city that has been not abandoned, but one that they pushed from. They used every effort. They concerted all of their efforts into one singular push. And yeah, you don't see many Fomorians around the actual city itself. But you would also think to yourself, if you came back the way you, sorry, if you went the way they came, you might be running into fleeing Fomorians. The ones who potentially are being pushed back from the surface. You're not sure exactly how. But it's up to you guys which way you want to take back. You could retrace your footsteps, which would be, yeah.
Just Nissa, the Pentacrete, could it, things are quick and then they're slow here. We could get back quickly and
Yes,
safely.
if we get back to the Pentacrete, perhaps Mim will be able to tell us how to change them in order to get back to where we came from, or
Sure.
perhaps to the surface.
Okay then.
Sorry, Sarah Jane, what were you gonna say? My bad.
No, that sounds good.
Maybe a good time to take a break though.
Yeah.
Get a drink, the washroom.
Sure. Yep, we'll go for a quick break as you return back to the Pender Creek and you find Mim still here. He is going to lead you on his own path back through the Feydark, which he knows of. The silly city headers should have gone the whole time. But no, he does have a different direction.
Of course.
Yeah. But we'll be right back and we'll see which way Mim took them.
Hey, Nim, I got a story to tell you.
Oh, I bet you do. All right, we'll be right back, guys.
Welcome to the campaign, Baba Yaga's Dancing Hut. Nah, fuck that shit.
All right. And we're back. Okay. So the party decided to head back the way they came. Through the tunnel was bored by Dyer, through the Candle Cliff, the strange darkness still ever present. They walked past the candles, which seemingly remain lit. Who knows what would happen if someone were to extinguish those flames. Good job nobody tried. That's all I'll say. Let's just have a quick flashback to it actually. Unless I archive it. Yeah, I might have archived it. Oh what? Never mind. So yeah, going back to all the way to the Penta Creek, which I think I archived as well. But nonetheless, you know what it looks like. You head past the strange mushroom stacks and archways of what were they called? Like the wonder archways, which dot and populate the Feydark. All the way finally back to Mim, who has literally got this entire backpack of mushrooms and it's just got full to the brim at this point. And in fact, actually, you know what? Mim has got someone else he's recruited to help him. Let's find the art for it. I'm not going to be able to. Not on a whim. Oh well. The creature you see ahead of you, it looks like a... I found it. I'm great. Awesome. You find this gigantic mushroom that looks like it's overgrown its pot. It's probably long since shattered. But do you remember that he wanted a shrubbery?
Yeah.
And you guys gave him quite the big one. It was a Fomorian turned into a mushroom from the primordial mud. All that's since grown, and he looks like he's loading it up with all the
What
mushrooms
is
that he's
that? Oh
harvested
my
here.
god! What the...
Yep, looks something like this.
Oh, that's a tad bigger than the usual myconids.
Yep, and Mim's like, "Oh look, the city headers, you've returned. Come back to say hi to old Mim.
Yeah.
Hello, Mim. How are you?
I'm doing well. This is our new shrubbery.
It's,
He's grown quite quick.
flourishing. Mhm.
I mean,
Huh.
is that even still classed as a myconid at that point, or is it something else?
It's a shrubbery,
Is that what we're calling it?
sort of. Regardless, it is a friend of the mushrooms. And he's here as a pack mule, aren't you? That's the massive mushroom creature. And yeah,
No.
it just starts like heaving away all of these mushrooms and load. Yeah. What's the real reasons you've come?
Well, we were hoping that with your vast knowledge of the ways down here, you might know a way to get us back to the surface a bit quicker.
The surface? Oh. Usually avoid such passageways. Mim finds comforts down here, but Mim knows ways. You must have missed it. You did see the Ebon Lake, yes?
Yes.
The what?
See you, Lake.
Unfortunately. Well,
Who
fortunately
needs-
and unfortunately.
You need to be crossing that lake.
How do we do that?
Watching out for piercers and ropers.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you
I'm in
point
no
us in the
shape
right
to.
direction?
You bees have boats?
Boats? No.
You be swimmings then.
Well, can we walk?
Could-
Or is there a boat there that we can use?
He shrugs.
Can your shrubbery swim?
He turns around and goes, "Oh, maybe if you flip him's upside downs, big mushroom acts as flotations."
That would be a
Would-
good test of how good your shrubbery is, right?
Always the wily one, mister. Very well. Maybe I find some mushrooms on ways.
Yes.
Hello, Mims. And he leads you through the same tunnel, which is still open, the way through the darkest part of the Pentacreek, and of course into the strange bridge you found before. And overlooking that bridge was a long, vast waterway. And for the sake of brevity, we're going to say you managed to climb down it and get to the surface, where Mim's large mushroom begins to turn upside down and forms into that of a boat. You guys can see that the stalk is now almost like a mast, and the cup mushroom serves as like a buoyant flotation device. And he's packed all of his mushrooms and all of his goods on the inside of the boat, effectively, and it seems to work.
Is going to hold on to the side of the boat, swim next to it, just so that she's in water.
Okay, yep. And you guys begin to sail through this very smoky-looking tunnel. Scary water it is, yeah. You don't have a boat in this. You have a boat in this picture, but it's most definitely not. It is, of course, a mushroom. But that's how perfect way to get out of the Feydark, to sail on the upside down of a mushroom through the caverns of stalactites. As you go, you do probably have to battle through some ropers and nuisances along the way, but with a party your size, you're going to dispatch them pretty easy. And most of the time, they seem to be dissuaded from even attacking you in the first place. But Mim seems to know these waters, and he leads you in the most direct, safe route towards a cave mouth, which potentially leads to the surface. But you have to pass through one last ring of mushrooms, it seems. What's it called?
The Arch of Wonder.
Arch of Wonder, yeah, there is. There is an Arch of Wonder in the distance, and it's a rather large one as well. All of it seems to be kind of pulsing and glowing in tune as you approach.
Don't fall in.
He
whatever
says,
you do.
"Ooh, yes, primordial muds. The large sediments at the bottom of the slate makes large archways. You must pass through archways. One last brush with the Fae.
Not this again!
Each of you must do this if you wish to make it back to surface in quick times."
Get her!
Yes.
Is this safe?
Of course it isn't. What has been since we arrived here?
Watch over me.
Remind me, have we been through this one before?
Knows.
No.
I just have to walk through it then?
What's the catch here? What
Um,
does it want from us?
We does not know what catches are in stores.
Hmm.
That is for primordial muds to decide.
I see.
There's no way around this? It almost killed Daya last time.
Only throughs. Do not touches. Just pass throughs. Not touching muds. This is what muds grows. And he points again, and you can see he's not necessarily pointing to the lake or anything. He's pointing to this archway of glowing mushrooms. It forms a ring.
Yes,
And
just
it's
going to
true.
fly for it.
These things do grow from that mud. They're a manifestation of it.
Cam, do you have any like bless spells or anything left?
That's a good shout.
I think I still have advantage on saving throws, so I'll go first.
Mim laughs and says, "Your magic's no helpings against this.
Oh.
This stuff is made of magics in its rawest forms."
I do have bless.
Do you have any advice?
He says, "Well, maybe one at a time is best advices."
I'll cast bless on the entire party, so I'm casting it as second level.
Okay.
I only have 1 HP, so maybe I won't go first.
Yeah, Cam, you go last then, because you're concentrating on it, right?
Nessa will
Yeah.
go first because she can fly, so.
Well,
That might be a good
someone
idea.
doesn't
You
have
don't have
bless.
to touch the surface.
No, all
Just-
4 of us have bless.
There's 5 of us.
Okay.
Oh god, Grizz.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about
that was
passing on.
good. Yeah, so everyone but Nissa, because she can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, who goes first?
I'll go after
Nissa.
Dia.
Yeah, Nissa's gonna fly through.
I'll
And
follow
wait.
Okay.
Nissa.
Follow Dia.
Alright, Nissa. As you fly through the archway, I'd like you to roll one last D100.
Boss. Why not?
We're gonna get the most out of this table before we don't use it again. Oh, okay. The next time you are forced to make a saving throw, it is an automatic success. You're all good. As
Mark that
Nissa
one on the
passes,
character sheet.
yeah. As Nissa passes through the archway, however, they vanish. Vroom. And you hear a splash sound as they do. Mim kind of goes, "Hmm." Funnies.
Is she okay?
Oh, yes. I'm sure of it. That's a normal occurrence to see something strange. So I wouldn't worry. Make sense?
Sure. No.
It's when
Gosh,
nothing happens is when you want to worry.
Okay.
Okay. I guess that makes it my turn.
Yeah. All right. Dia passes through.
That goes through.
Go ahead, roll a D100. Forty, 34. Okay.
34.
Each creature within 90 feet of you is pushed in a random direction. We've had this one before. It's a good job you're going one at a time, and you're not like in range of each other. You just see Dia head down the tunnel all the way, and as they reach through the archway, you suddenly see a lot of shifting of the rocks, the mushrooms all kind of like displace suddenly, and likewise, Nissa, you see Dia sort of like somewhat splash through something, and there's like this ripple in the distance, as if what they're seeing is nothing more than an illusion. And this kind of ripple emanates the image of that tunnel. But nonetheless, they are gone. Off you goes. Next.
I guess that's me. God.
Tickets.
Okay.
Tanner. Make sure everything's okay.
And I'll walk through the
Have your
archway.
tickets ready.
And it's a 28.
28. Your eyesight becomes as sharp as an eagle's for 24 hours. You can see clearly and in detail over distances of up to 10 miles.
Ooh. That doesn't
Enjoy.
bad.
Yeah,
Wow.
most of these are good. And as Ember goes through, you hear this extinguished sound, like, and there's a bit of smoke that trails from the archway. Ooh, hopes he doesn't mind the wet.
Oh, he will.
Sure, he'll survive.
You thought you was leaving the waters.
If you listen to the waters carefully, you'll probably still hear him complaining.
It will be a shame to see you goes. You were fans. Fundy city headers.
Yes. Appreciate the guide, I think. And is it just me and Grizz or just me left?
It's just you and Grizz, yeah, and Kane.
Okay.
Kane's gonna see Grizz lift up Kane in his arms.
I was gonna say, yeah. I'll hand him.
I'm going.
Good luck.
Wait.
We'll see you there.
Roll a D100
And
for press.
he says, bye-byes, giants. and then he can roll a d100. I'll do it for him. Oh, you done it? Whoa, it's coming through. 92. Okay. 92. You cast the spell detect magic. Oh, I got my lens back. Yay. Wait, this is conjuration magic. Whoop! He's gone. He disappears.
Here. Step up.
And finally, Tanner.
Mim, while we're gone, can you do me one thing?
What?
Try
what's
not to be
one-
so creepy for the next lot of adventurers, okay?
Else what? They tried to kill me too? Mim beats them up. Mims has powerful giants now. Big shrubbery.
That's a good point. Take it easy.
They cross Mims, they cross shrubberies.
Meant to be the villain in a
Alright.
campaign now.
And I'll hop, skip, and eat.
Alright.
D100.
He throws a mushroom upside your head as you leave. And you pass through. One last pranks. Okay.
Oh, sorry, that was meant
20...
to be that was meant to be me, but I rolled December. Yeah, 25.
Oh, that's fine. 25. Let's see. Your skin turns to diamond until the start of the next turn. Whenever you would take damage during that time, you take no damage, but instead regain hit points equal to the damage that would be dealt. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm gonna
At least-
try and hit every rock on the way down.
Well, you did just hit you did throw a mushroom at your head, so
Regain
you
one.
heal for 1.
Yes.
Okay. It's a strange sensation. Thankfully, nothing too drastic happened with these. Just a few minor quirks here and there, which obviously don't last. But hey, it's that little touch of Fey that just brushes you on the way out. And as you pass through Santa, you do feel like you're stepping into a crystalline water. There's this cool, cold sensation, like a placid lake that's been in the moonlit air for some time. And let's see, you feel your hair kind of clinging to your face as it is soaked wet. And as you're coming to the surface, you still feel like you're walking forwards. And each one of you suddenly gasps for air as you splash through on the other side. And you seem to be in some sort of grove. And as you've walked through, you look back and realize you've just stepped through some sort of like watery veil in between the trunks of 2 large trees.
Heck.
Oh, that's
There's a
pretty.
bit of artwork for
That's
you.
very pretty.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Does the lady come with us?
Oh, that's you, Tanner. That's your long hair.
Oh, hello.
It's your elven features making you look so feminine.
Why
But
am I so
yeah,
conscious?
you find yourself back
Where are we?
in the forest, back in the Feywild's surface.
Oh,
I'll
we're
bring you
still
back
in the
to-
Feywild? No.
Yes. This is- that was-
Yeah.
wasn't your way,
How do we get back to Una?
Well, that
Were we not going
shouldn't
to
be.
help fight back the Fomorians? At
Well,
the-
by taking this to the Queen, she should be able to use its power and potentially push them back. But for now, in the state most of us are in, we're not going to be much help in any fight.
well,
I'm not fighting
certainly
any
not.
Fomorians. That's not part of the deal.
Oh.
Exactly.
Might be a lot
You've
of
done your.
You think
You've
Dawn and
done
the
your.
others will be okay?
They should be.
I don't care.
Maybe don't say it in quite that way when you face the Queen, Ember.
She owes us, Daya.
I'm happy to
Yes.
keep going. I'm of no use. So unless anyone else wants to keep fighting,
No, let's let us return to Glenalendra.
I may have
There
just had my
you could-
rest, but I could do with another.
Well, in Glenalendra, you should be able to rest in safety. So let's get to
That
that.
would be good.
And perhaps
Here's
Grizz,
the outline.
the Queen, can do something about those nightmares of yours more than I can.
Here we go. That's the kind of art I wanted to find.
Nice.
It is still night, but there are plenty of stars in the night sky still. And in the distance, perhaps, you might hear the roar of distant battle. There is definitely the trembling in the earth. Feels like something is unnatural. Something is moving and shifting the ground. A great army treading upon the surface. But if you want, you can rush back to Glenalendra, did you say?
Yes, gonna
Okay.
head back
I
to
think
there.
Glenalendra would be the correct place.
Because
Okay.
Why do you have a
essentially,
ranger? Nowhere to
yep.
go.
Yep, I know where I'm going.
Yeah,
But yeah,
you know the way.
so we'll be heading back to Glenalendra essentially. Yes, I will say.
How much longer? I'm really tired.
And the more positive you are, the sooner we'll get there. Stop being so negative. It affects the world around you.
It does not. That doesn't make any sense.
He says that
It
as he
makes-
trips up on a root.
Ow!
What a tuft of grass
Oh!
suddenly like grabs a hold of your foot.
Ah, get it off me! Ah.
Stomp at it.
Try to keep
Okay.
happy thoughts will let our feet fly as if we were barely touching the ground. But the if you are, the slower you'll be. The Feywild responds to emotion. I know that
We've already
might
gone
not
over
make.
this.
I know that might make sense to the material plane, but that is how things are here. And considering the victory we just had, and considering we're all alive, I think positive thoughts are probably what should be on our minds.
Okay.
Very excited to see what kind of gifts Daya receives. Yes. Although
Let's
some
not get ahead of ourselves. Keep our expectations
some
ambiguous.
prudence next time,
Oh.
Daya. Not rash judgment and thinking.
Yes.
And of course, once
Mm.
again, as you approach Glenalendra Dire, there is still that burning comet in the night sky. The Larithian star is there, waiting to be plucked from the starlit sky.
So close, I
And
can almost taste it. And she's trying not to get too excited
Mm,
for fear of disappointment.
okay, all right.
But
So
she's just looking forward, but she every once in a while keeps her eyes being drawn up, and she keeps trying to have to shake herself out of it to not be mesmerized by the comet.
right,
So, yeah.
I like it.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the old other music bot.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's
Kivin.
cool. I like that idea, by the way. The one just whispered me. Okay, music bot. Get him in. Pow. Pow, pow.
Whispers, secret whispers, always.
Hello,
There we go.
Kevin.
Kevin? Okay, she's quiet for me. Turn her up if you need to, or turn her down. She's too loud. But
I can hear it.
there we go. That's good. Okay, now, as you're approaching Glenalendra, you head back over the bridge. I'm not going to make you do the strange riddles again, as we do want to actually wrap up today and get it done. So you have to do the same thing, though. You would have to rattle off a random tongue twister to this individual here, and you pass through the actual mirror grove without trying to cast a single spell this time.
Nice.
And Grizz
Unable
gets
to
a little bit
anyways.
busy because he's still got detect magic on, So he's a little bit dizzy as he looks around. He sees like all the colors. And finally, you come into Glen Alendra proper, where I suppose you would beseech the queen.
Yes.
Tanner, I've never
And-
seen so well in my life. I can see for kilometers. I can see so far, Tanner. What the?
Is that because of your thing?
You
Tanner's
see
pro-
that? You see that bird over there,
It is, yeah.
Tanner?
And I'll point like
Tan-
off to the distance at like literally would be nothing to you.
Tanner's probably too
it's-
distracted picking at the diamond crested on his arm.
As you look out into the
glass and
distance,
diamond don't go well together, Tanner.
I know, that's why I'm trying to slowly scrape it off.
Ember, in the distance, you see a fierce battle raging on. You see trees being felled. You see craters in the earth where Fomorians have breached the surface. Their clubs swing down upon centaurs. The evil eye transforms the Fae from their beautiful forms into misshapen, disproportionate monsters. And the Fomorians are making a charge. Regardless of whether some have become stunned or disorganized, their might and rage is still yet to be quelled,
I would
and they're
convey
making
all
their final
this.
push.
I
It
would
is-
convey. Sorry.
Yeah, go.
I quickly. I would convey all that you're telling me to my party. My party would probably be very confused as how I see all this, but I would convey it. Anyways.
We will let
To
the
the rest-
queen know.
To the rest, you probably just see this black, inky kind of swath across the land, as if something is corrupting it, something is spreading from the earth. And no doubt, it's the Fomorians' influence even on the Feywild itself. The land is turning corrupt. You need to act now. And as you reach the top, perhaps a bit short of breath, you see the queen suddenly form out of that large lotus again in the middle of the pool. She seems smaller than she did last time. She hasn't enlarged herself. She just seems to be sitting on the edge of the water, looking perhaps worried. But there seems to be almost this vacant kind of stare over her as well. She looks and sees. Doesn't look towards you, but she senses you're there, and she speaks aloud and says, "It is said that to be touched by the moon's rays in slumber is to court lunacy. I look up on the moon on the still night. I feel that spiderweb trailing of silver light across my face. No heat like the caress of the sun. No sign of that ghostly trailing of light, except what my imagination feels. The peace has been stolen from this realm. The stillness of meditation has been broken. We must all delve within ourselves, find the strength to fight it back. Did you look within yourselves when you was deep in the Feydark? Did you find it?
We have returned with the chalice of the void, Your Majesty, and with both good and dire news.
Speak.
The leader of what made these Fomorians intelligent has been slain, and with it, from what we have heard, their forces have been weakened, hopefully enough for Dawn and the others to drive them back. And unfortunately, it seems that it is not just the Fomorians they managed to reach. we fought against the Queen of Winter herself, corrupted by one of their intellect devourers, and she has returned to the Fae.
Her eyes kind of go shut, like wide open, and under her breath, she whispers, "Map." So you kind of hear. It's so much of a whisper that perhaps you're not meant to hear it. And as she says it, there's a cold breeze in the air, not summoned by Una, but perhaps just the power of the word or the name that she just spoke chills the air, and you even see the waters from which she's standing. No, Mab, M-A-B, yeah, suddenly just freeze over, like flash freeze, the waters around her. You see frost and dew kind of on the plants and on the leaves of the lotuses and bluebells. She turns to you all, suddenly enlarges herself, growing to the size of like an actual humanoid rather than a fairy. She says, "Court of Winter, they will no doubt mourn what has unfolded here. That story has opened into a black grave. Let us hope they do not forsake their dreams yet."
But from the darkness, flowers may still bloom and sort of gesture to Tanner, who has the flush rose.
Yes. She looks towards it. I sensed her here. Her essence.
I'll bring out the winter rose.
She doesn't look like she wants to go to it. She sees it and acknowledges it, and she even lets out her own bow, and which is quite rare. You would never see a queen bow, but she seems to show at least some respect here, perhaps to an older queen than even her. I am but humbled in her presence and her beauty here. Her essence has returned to the Feywild. There, she will regrow and wait for her seasons. Her season's coming. I'm sure once the winter solstice rebirths a new queen, there will be peace in the winter court again. She looks to you, Dyer, and says, "We must not tally anymore. The darkness, I fear, not even Nathan can break." And in fact, as you see over the distance again, there is a great winged creature swooping down towards this army of Fomorians that just charges forward. And even he kind of gets battered and beaten down by these huge clubs that they swing. And yeah, he seems to like try to pull away, but then they grip onto him, pulling him down into the fray. And Una says, "Come, we must to the heart of this tree. We will need to channel every dream in order to make this possible." And she begins to fly upwards. And as she does, she kind of sprinkles like this strange fairy dust past you, and all of you feel yourselves lifted up into the air as well. You can believe you can fly here.
Nice.
And it does indeed lead you upwards and upwards into the heart of this tree. And The tree itself is like segmented, like the actual trunk itself is like shattered in the center, and they lead you into the actual trunk itself. I'm gonna bring you to this map here and hope that it works. And as she does, she flies past a load of other Fae, saying, "Gather, gather everyone, one and all, gather." And you can see that more and more Fae are amassing atop this huge tree trunk. Una then kind of resumes her usual size back into Fae-like size, and there is a set of centaur that are like awaiting you, crossing this strange ethereal bridge. There is the satyr that you freed from Resden, and there's even Resden here on the other side, awaiting you with his arms folded at the steps. Still got that sly grin on his face. There are mandrakes, there are dryads, other creatures of dreamlike qualities that you may have never even witnessed before. But it seems like everyone is gathering here to witness what is about to occur. And Nissa flies straight forwards into the moonlit pool of water. You can see the reflection of the moon in said pool right there, glistening and rippling. Step forward. Eyes upside down. Just turn around, back around.
Okay, Dia's gonna step forward.
I'll step forward only
Nice.
when Tanner does, and I'll follow behind.
Okay. Chris is stepping forward with Kane. As you step forward, Ember, you see a faint flash of light in the distance, somewhere in the midst of that Fomorian army. Then it's immediately blotted out again, almost as if the Fomorians have stamped it back down into the earth. But just for the briefest moment, there was like a ray of light that shot up into the night sky and then immediately snuffed out.
Okay. I don't say anything about it or whatever. I just kind of
Okay.
see that.
She
Very curious as to what is transpiring.
Una looks around and says, "You have brought the chalice of the void. We may transform it into something to aid you and to turn the wheels of the seasons, to turn night into day. Are you ready, Nessa?" Yes, there's a deer's name called Buttermilk.
It's one of the only named tokens on here. I can see.
Buttermilk is here to witness the final step.
This
Old
will nudge the
Buttermilk.
buttermilk like it is an old acquaintance.
Yeah, you don't know who Buttermilk is, but trust me, they're a character from another campaign, but they're here to see it through.
Nissa knows people in the Fae, and Nissa's just going to nod like they know them. They might not.
Yeah. Una sort of flies forward there from the top of a pedestal. "Orpheus, please, if you would assist me." And you see this other Eladrin masked seemingly step forward as well. Seems to be part of this. I'm trying to grab him. Who's that over there? Who did you just ping? Oh yeah, there is a little bat. Yeah, don't worry about him. Okay.
I can't remember Orsius. We ran into Orsius, didn't we?
You have met an Orsius, yeah. Resident spots you all and says, "Ah, you made it out alive. Impressive. But this is going to be just as impressive, I'm sure."
Yeah, as
I mean,
I taught you, fire can make many things happen.
Indeed. I had no doubts, Ember, that you would live up to my expectations.
Glad that you are one person who realizes my considerable talents. It's refreshing to be appreciated. What do you think's about to happen here, old Resi? What's going on?
I came to see the fireworks, of course.
Ah,
This,
sounds exciting.
and it seems Queen Una could even use my assistance here as well. Every Fey spirit will need to aid in the forming of this vessel.
I can't imagine what that cost her.
It shall cost you as well.
Insight check.
Yikes.
Go ahead.
Anybody who doesn't suck want to help me with this?
Yeah, sure.
Actually, it's not terrible.
Okay. When he says
Pretty
you,
sure
he
you
gestures.
are also blessed as well. Or is that only safe?
He does actually gesture to the group
Am I
as
blessed?
if.
You are blessed, yeah.
I don't think. Oh, you are? Okay. I don't know. I don't know
Well,
if
it's
it
how
lasts
long
attack,
it's
that
been.
long.
attack rolls or saving throws. Never
It's
mind.
only a minute.
No.
Yeah, bless is only a minute, right?
Oh,
Yeah, no,
okay,
I
never mind.
wouldn't
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
be-
fine.
yeah,
So,
never mind.
so when he says you, he seems to gesture to the group with his arms both spread, as if it'll cost the collective you. And nor does he seem to say it in a malicious way. In fact, for the first time, his smirk is wiped off his face, as if he knows and fears something is actually going to happen. And he doesn't take it lightly. He's quite serious about it, which is
That's a little
odd for a
frightening,
Fae as
actually.
well.
Yeah.
My
But he steps back
What
and
is-
watches and waits. Grizz is here as well with Kane, and Una says, "If you would please place the chalice within the center of the pool, such that it reflects the moon."
I will do so. Move up slowly, ceremoniously.
As it is sat there in the midst, you see the reflection is indeed drunk in, and that large looming shadow that surrounds it begins to widen and spread, such that it eclipses the moon itself and begins to perhaps absorb its very essence.
It backs up a little bit.
The waters begin to almost form into a reverse fountain where they stream up and into the cup itself. And she says, this process requires a vessel.
This removes a backpack, removes a quiver apart from the one arrow, and then we'll step forward.
Are you ready, Nessa?
I am. I knew my time was, in this life at least, was drawing to a close. But with this, hopefully, the surface will be saved, and dawn will come.
Your
But
sacrifice will bring about a new age, a new sun rise, and in it, life will flourish again. Peace will be restored here.
I've done my
Grizz.
duty.
Grizz sort of turns and goes, "Wait, what? I thought the vessel was the chalice of the void. What do you
Wait, wait,
mean
wait,
this was
wait,
the-"
we could use Kane, maybe? He's just a wolf.
Kane has much life left in him. I do not. It is my duty and my honor to do this. With this, perhaps not only will I save the Fae, but help you all as well.
This would have been
A,
a
a
privilege.
final thing. A final. And she just sort of grins because. And realize, you know what, this is like the last time she say, consider it a final thank you for everything.
Oh,
And then she's going to look to each of you. Daya, I hope when the stars are returned, they will light the path of you and your people to a better future. Ember, I know we've not really got on, but it's been an interesting journey traveling with you, let's say. And I hope that in your future you learn much and perhaps even manage to earn your family's approval. But don't worry too much about them. You're you, and you're the best you can be.
be safe. This it would have been a privilege to have somewhat of your abilities work with me. Thank you. I mean that. I mean, I don't mean that. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
It's honestly, I can't exactly be insulted at this point. Tana, I see a light in you that perhaps will one day even outshine dawn. Perhaps don't let Ember tell you what to do too much, okay?
You wouldn't dream of it.
And Grizz, you use javelins, right?
No.
Could you get one of them out for me?
He pulls out his only javelin, which he's been using repeatedly. He's forgotten to restock, but he keeps on throwing the same one, retrieving it, and then using
Oh,
it
that
again.
must be busted.
Yeah. Let's make that a little bit better for you in the future. And she looks to the arrow in her hand, and will let out a different sort of whistle, and the wings from it will remove and fly over and attach themselves to the javelin.
No, what?
And then with that, she just smiles and goes, good luck in the future. And I don't know much about the Queen of Bones, but hopefully you can do whatever you need to do to deal with that situation. Farewell. And with that, Nissa will step into the void.
Their form disappears into the swirling darkness that has coalesced with the rippling waters reflecting the moon. And the first time you see a trickle of light swirling inside the darkness, and it spirals down further and further until it reaches the lip of the cup and suddenly envelops it. And there's this reversal, this implosion of darkness then expands instead with light, twinkling light. But it rises up in a funnel upwards, swallowing everything, swallowing the entire night sky. Every single star is drawn towards it like a black hole, just drinking in the night. And as it does, at the edges of the darkness above, you see daylight beginning to peek through. And there's even an explosion of light in the distance as well from the ground, where you saw those Fomorians stamping out that ray of light. It suddenly boom, bursts again, emerging on the horizon like the sun peeking up through the tree line. At that same moment, the night is drawn into the chalice, vanishes, and reappears as a crystalline glass-like surface filled to the brim with stars. The night is no more, and instead, dawn emerges. And in that same moment, you see a bright, shining sword emerging from the Feydark. It is Dawn himself. And as he does, all of the Fomorians, blinded by this light, blinded by the sun, cower and try to retreat. As they do, they are cut down, seemingly by one singular swipe, as if the single ray of light turns into a blade itself and just swipes across the battlefield, wiping the darkness clean. Anything remaining crawls away into cracks, into crevices back into the earth. And you see, for the first time, white, fluffy clouds, a clear blue sky, and beautiful rays of sun filtering through the sky itself. In fact, where the heck is my last map? Where is it? Is this the one? Oh, here it is. Here
My
it is.
immersion.
There it is.
My immersion.
There it is. That's the one I was looking for. This surge of bright light has shone into the grove, illuminating not just everyone here, but other individuals as well who are creeping along the edges. You see wolves letting out a howl as the wild hunt has emerged in the corner. They have overseen this as well. And it seems that everyone is giving their energy to this, giving their small slither of essence, raising their hands, raising their staves, or perhaps just breathing into the night sky itself, getting overwhelmed. And in its place where these waters were, they are still swirling and they are still kind of stirring where Nissa went into, and those waters were, you remember seeing Nissa in a translucent form right at the very end when their form was fading, that you know if they don't go into the water they will be effectively burnt away by acid. They became translucent and almost merged with that water itself into that void, that mixture, a concoction that's now turned into this dazzling light. But the chalice sits atop this pedestal, and the waters are still swirling around it, and they're still rising up, moving in some unnatural fashion. And as this happens, I guess Queen Una is speaking and says, "No more tears. No more fears. As the shadows give way to light, grow and thrive. Every day must lose to night, fade and die. And in turn, the shadows give way to light." And as she says that, you see the waters swirling upwards, forming into something into someone. And a figure there stands. Almost as they rise up, they're holding the actual they're holding the actual flask in their hand, the elsewhere flask. And they look around. For the first time, they open their eyes and perceive the world around them.
Oh, it's Nate, the Batman. It's Batman for the
Well,
first
not
time.
Nathan.
Oh no! Who the fuck is
Nope.
this?
Actually, as it happens,
Oberon?
you do see there is a winged creature that swoops over, and as they do, they say to Una, "Good night, my love. Wake me when you need me." And Nathan just swoops across the night, across the day, before going back to his castle of blackened crystal. This individual looks confused, perhaps not maybe confused, but in awe, in
Who's
wonder.
that?
Where one essence fades, another emerges. This is the way of the Feywild. The cycle must continue.
James?
What is your name, new spirit?
Oh, that's a damn good question. What shall I call myself? You know, I think
You fucking asshole, man.
Eridanus
Oh my-
will work.
Oh my god!
James is
As
back,
things-
I
motherfucker!
fucking hate you.
Sorry.
I hate you
As,
so much.
as things flow, so
You
shall I. So
fucking
I shall
asshole.
name myself for the River of the Stars, Eridanus.
Let it be known,
Oh my god.
and let your new name hold power, the power of all the stars. Welcome to the new dawn. And as she says that, in the distance there is a shining beacon of light that does seem to be making its way towards you guys, victorious in its essence. You all look stunned.
I am stunned.
Who the fuck is this asshole? He's not coming with us.
Who is this guy? Why are you here? Your flask is ready.
Dai is looking at Una for cues
Yeah.
and trying to figure out what can I just take it now? Do I
The
how
elsewhere
is-
flask. Your comet. Your star. She gestures towards it, and you do see it there, burning within the elsewhere flask, kind of hovering in that space.
Mm.
And Una looks down to this new individual. Eridanus, was it? Eridanus?
Eridanus, I think.
Eridanus, please,
Oh,
if you would hand this flask to Daya. And she gestures towards the monk with the robes and staff in hand.
Yeah. They go to walk towards them and then pretend to trip for a moment and go to drop it and then just go, just kidding, and hand it to you.
Oh,
the fuck is this?
oh, he's a fucking
He's a fucking bard.
He's a
He's a
fucking
fucking bard. He's a fucking bard.
Who knows
Actually,
what they are?
no.
No.
Daya goes down onto one knee and holds her hands out to accept it ceremoniously. She's a little bit stunned. but giving respect to whatever this is that Nissa and the Chalice have given birth to.
Okay.
Her respect
Does-
is more towards um the
chalice.
the vial than the goofy individual, but yeah.
You see Una is smiling. Well. She lets out a long sigh. I feel a deep sleep has been deserved of you all.
There was a
If
lot of
you
work
wish to
down
rest.
there. Not to speak out of turn or anything, but you know, we just did a lot of work for you.
I prepare to clap Ember.
Just saying. You know,
Oh,
we
I
discussed some
see.
things.
Do you not feel it? Do you not feel the rebirth of essence in the air?
Well, it does definitely feel a little warmer. That's kind of nice.
That the sun's rays wash over you. Dawn
Yeah.
has arrived,
Yes.
and you look around to see there is indeed
Ah,
a
my
blinding
eyes!
light approaching. approaching.
It's
And
so
it is
bright.
vibrant.
My eyes are really sensitive right now.
Is
I look away. I hide behind Tanner.
His blinding aura has extended tenfold, it
Oh, I
seems.
embrace it.
As you embrace it, Tanner, you feel the warmth wash through your very soul. And you level up, Tanner.
But, huh?
Oh, there you go. Just like that. Damn.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Embrace it, my friends. Dawn says, "It is good to feel the warm air again. The sun on my feet. Praise the sun."
Praise the sun indeed.
Yeah, praise the sun, sure.
Jesus
Surely
Flame
you
burns
ever-
embers
Raziel, step
brightly.
aside. Hello, Palor.
Surely you bathe in this heat as well, Ember. Feel it in your
Absolutely,
soul. Let it reignite your spark. And as he looks towards you, the glint from his armor shines into your eyes and ignites them behind your sockets. You feel yourself burn, and it's not a horrible burn. It's a good burn. It feels like you are powerful and filled with this determination. You too level up.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Great ball of fire has found its rightful place in the night in the sky once again.
The great ball of fire.
Goodness gracious.
And who is this?
Who is this indeed?
Who are you pointing at?
They come over to the new individual.
I'm
hope-
Eridanus. Nice to meet you.
Greetings. I am Dawn, and I've come back to the surface to reinvigorate, breathe life into this silent, still, cold world. But it seems you still hold a twinkling reflection of the night sky within you. You need not my powers. You have your own.
I'm more one for the night stars myself.
I see that.
You know, each their own. You can have the sunlight. I'll have the moonlight.
Varen approaches Grizz and tugs on his shoulder and says, Grizz, I think the Wild Hunt wanted to speak with you. They said they wanted to, well, express their gratitude for helping Kane, and I think they've heard of your exploits down there. The Hunt is willing to give you a gift. Oh, okay. Excuse me, everyone. Come on, Kane. I'll be right over there. And he
Be
crosses back
careful,
over the
Chris.
bridge.
I don't trust those guys.
He sees the new Hunt Master nod at him, and he approaches. And sure enough, Grizz will also get his level up after conversing with the Wild Hunt. You see Kane coming over to his old master, and they embrace as well. But then Kane, you see in the distance, he seems like they point towards his axe, and he kind of looks questioningly, and there's a few words shared, and he seems to offer out his axe, and you see the Huntmaster reach out and inscribe some sort of rune into the blade, or at least maybe less inscribe but more reveal. And meanwhile, Daya, you see Sersha steps over to you as well. Where's Nissa?
Nissa gave herself to the ceremony. It's because of her that Dawn has come back. And she'll sort of gesture to
She's gone? This isn't right. We fought so hard.
sorry to see
Why
her
do we have
go.
to make this sacrifice?
She went in absolute beautiful.
Sersha looks visibly annoyed, but maybe more confused than anything else. I'll never understand these Fae. Ugh.
Me either. This place is crazy. It's too chaotic.
Una speaks and says, "It was her honor to fulfill her duty. Her story may have come to a close, but a new chapter is to be written. She will find her place once again." Do not fear. Her dreams will be kept close in my heart. And Una swoops in to notice the flask and says, "If you ever wish to travel the stars, Daya, you may return to me. I shall align them for you. Releasing a new constellation will transport you to that place. For now, though, all that needs adjusting is your comet." And she, with one hand, lifts the lid of it, and you see that she is small enough as a small fairy to actually fly inside the flask. And she looks around, tries to find your comet, spots it, and it's like, ah, there it is. And as she comes over towards the comet, she seems to just turn its direction ever so slightly. And she seems to move it along its path, such that it's kind of like more forward than what it should have been. There. That seems correct now. I'm not sure what caused it to lag behind, but I hope that has fixed it. And then she emerges from the flask itself.
My lady, does this mean it's returned to the sky? Where it should be? In the material plane? Is it
She
home?
nods and she says, "I should hope so. But it is strange. As stars, they travel from world to world. I'm unsure what caused this delay. It is as if someone has stolen the magic from it, absorbed it. I'm not sure what caused it, or who's behind it, but perhaps someone who
Discussed someone before. Could it be connected?
not even I have all the answers. But perhaps someone who knows planetary bodies and their travel more than I do. Perhaps they will know.
Is there still something to be set right?
It feels as though I've restored it, but it should have never been delayed in the first place. That is what worries me.
I think there are perhaps forces still at work, still seeking to undo the natural order. But it heals my soul to know that my star is back where it should be.
Your star is strong. It has not been drained of its life yet.
My lady, thank you. No. Pardon.
Oh no.
No.
Get up! You're thrown from the parapet off to the waters. Whoosh! Sorry, it's okay. She
If
like
we were among my
twitches
people,
slightly.
pardon. I feel a kinship with you. Perhaps that is why I spoke so familiarly. I think you
She-
know what this means to me and to everyone that I've come here to represent.
I do. But be warned. Watch your words next time, she
Um,
said. And she rises to the form of a dying cloud. Oh god. Intimidating, imperial.
Kills us
You
all.
feel insignificant. You feel like the size of a fairy for the first time, staring down some sort of nebulous being. But she quickly vanishes back into a small form and does a little curtsy with her tulip-like dress.
Dia curtsies back.
Now, please, Dawn, would you just back up just a little bit, please? You're blinding everyone. Dawn says, "Ah, but of course. I shall. Well, I would say I would return, but it feels as though I'm needed here a little bit longer, just to make sure that that corruption does not rear its head again. I'll let Naphion sleep for some time whilst I safeguard the surface. And besides," and he kind of looks over towards Saoirse, "it would be nice to just have some quality time here in the Feywild for one." And you see there's a kind of a sheepish look away from Saoirse, kind of tries to break eye contact. In the meantime, Tana, and the
Yeah.
rest of you, please tell the Mother of Bones that I am finishing up my business here as according to the pact. However, there is something I wish to ask.
Of course.
Yeah,
And
well,
he looks
We'll-
to
We
you.
will pass on any message we can.
What happened to Twilight? What happened to the last light?
talking about? The twilight. What?
Senrith.
We don't know. We don't.
Is this Senrith?
Senrith is Twilight.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We, me, night, twilight, and dawn, we are all connected. We are one cycle.
He was taken by a shadow beast, and
We believe. We're not sure. Something taking his shape was destroyed. But I think there's a story that we do not know yet.
Oh boy,
I
that's not
see.
the truth. Oh god.
I see. Did you banish the shadow? Did you destroy this demon? Fully?
We did.
we
I think
believe
we did.
so.
We believe so.
Or is it simply sunk away?
We don't really know
Do-
what it was. We don't know. We truly don't know. It's. I don't like talking about this. Why are we talking about this?
He seems to just narrow his visor towards you, Ember. But you passed the save. He turns back and says, I'm not yet convinced that everything is safe within the hut.
Oh,
Might
shit.
might I speak slightly out of turn?
Please?
Was he loyal to you? To your brethren? Because he was caged when we last saw him.
Many have tried to cage this essence of his. He is chaos. He is between the light and that dark. Never truly on one side. Loyal is not a word I would use to describe my brethren.
And I'm
Lost.
assuming he's not one to not only become the darkness, but succumb to it.
He once walked in light. I fear he has strayed too far towards night.
He was loyal to Natasha, huh? He, kept it, well, searching for a diadem of hers. I think he wanted to
Hmm.
help her. I think she got in trouble. I'm not sure what happened to her, but, maybe fell down the well.
Then let me help him. Raise your shield, Tana. I know what that is made of. Sensidian absorbs light.
Oh please! Oh please! Yes, it will. It will float in front of me.
Deliver this onto Senrith. As he shines a brilliant light, he concentrates everything he has into the shield, and it drinks it. It drinks it like you just saw the chalice absorb the entire night sky. And it disappears into the shield, and yet, even though it still looks like a complete void, there is something of an essence in there. A glow, perhaps a warmth. You can feel the shield like it's like hot. Like it's just come out of the forge. And you do see Dawn's light diminish slightly. Not so radiant, not so blinding, but a tempered light.
I feel this shield was a curse. It's taken some of my light too. Of course, mine not as radiant as yours.
You may keep some for yourself, but please deliver this onto Senrith if you see him or that shadowy creature. Perhaps it can bring him back from that breaking point from night, perhaps back to day, slightly. If not, at least restore a balance within him.
I'll do what needs to be done. I'll give him a
Thank you.
little, like, soldier salute.
I'll spend my last sorcery point to subtly cast message. Just point at Tanner, or not point, because I'm doing it subtly, and say,
He doesn't know, does he, Tanner? He doesn't know. Tell me he doesn't know.
What we need to do is fix the problem.
Hmm. Anna, you gain back your channel divinity.
Yay!
There you go.
Oh, thank you, Dawn.
And what else?
Just in time to leave the Feywild.
I think it is. Lastly, what else was there left to do? Okay. Goodness me. What else is there? I'm trying to remember. There's so many things.
Did Ember get
There's,
anything?
there's this thing. It's like a butterfly chameleon. He drinks like nectar. Here's Resden. Ah, yes, Resden. Okay. All right. No more distractions with this little butterfly. It's very cute, but I don't think it has anything to do with the story. But
butterfly.
anyway,
Where's butterfly?
You
I
said
can see
It's a-
butterfly. Oh, hi
the
there.
dragon butterfly thing down here.
Okay.
can cast
there
it is.
fireball at will.
That's right. I remember now. Resden speaks up and says, "Are we ready to return to the material? I've much awaited this moment. Una, we humbly request some sort of expedited transition back through the realms, if you would be so kind." And surely this is a simple task. As he's saying this, Una is already weaving something behind her into the shape of leaves that rise up and form into a doorway. Grizz looks around and he rushes back over and says, "Oh, haven't seen one of those in a while. It's a door."
That's
And
such
that
a
was
mood to
adorable.
everyone.
It is. And as you have done so much for the Feywild, this is the least I could do to help you return back. I trust you have a way to return to Baba Yaga.
We like to think on our feet.
I was
We
gonna say,
don't.
I mean, I can't imagine you're gonna need your cloud key much longer. You know, that could be really helpful for us.
What was that?
Since
sorry?
your business with her is concluded now that we have the stars, I don't see you needing that anymore.
I believe you have one yourself.
I do not have a cloud key.
No?
We don't have a cloud key, Chris.
We don't have one, no.
Ah. How forgetful of me. You will be needing one of these. And she does indeed hand you a cloud key, Darren.
Yes.
All
yes.
right, we can come and
Yes.
go without getting
Awesome.
fucked
However,
around.
All
By...
you,
It's going to be a
All you
cloud
need
key
is
from
a
the
door.
Feywild. Oh.
and this is what I've provided.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Clever.
Pretty good, right?
I don't get it.
I can just imagine Una stood there, like, pointing to it. It's like, say you're impressed.
Always tricky, Una. Always tricky. If only Pyro was here, he could match wits with you. Not my forte.
Now,
We will long to come back to the Feywild and maybe explore and learn how you do things.
No, I don't want to do that.
Maybe in a safe environment.
Hmm.
I would like to know how your martial capabilities are, actually. Those Fomorians are quite tough, and your army definitely did a number, of course, alongside Dawn.
Where are you going? Hey,
what do you think? I'm coming with you, of course. That was part of the deal.
Did we make this deal? I think we made this
We
deal.
did
didn't
Yeah, I
make
think
this
we did.
deal.
We,
Yeah,
we
sorry,
said we'd
that
take
was
it back.
Yeah, that's
Don't
right.
you remember?
My
I
apologies. A
gave
deal
you
is a
delicious
deal.
tea.
that was me and
That's
my
right.
big mouth.
A deal is a deal.
And-
Certainly, I honor any deal.
Funnily
It's
enough,
not all
yeah,
although
wine
it
and
may,
roses.
although it may not have been even said in person, you did indeed drink from a fae. Like you had something of theirs, like food, which was offered, and in that moment, you're immediately owed to Resden already. And he says, "Yes, a delicious tea. This is simply a repayment for that." No.
Well, I think you'll find our where you're going to be quite unusual compared to what you're used to. I would advise caution. Unless you're curious or want to see new things, but you might not all be to your liking.
Goodbye, Kane. Chris is like shouting and waving from the top of the tree line. Gonna miss you, buddy.
Oh, in fact, yeah, we gotta give Kane some goodbye scritches.
Okay, you see him rush over. Kane doesn't leave. He just rushes over and barrels into Grizz, giving him licks and hugs.
Pat, pat, pat.
He rolls on his belly.
I would like to. Sorry, as I wanted to say, as I was down here, I will pass after seeing Resden come in with us, and I'll just sidle over to Dawn and say I'm not so much trustworthy of this Resden character. However, he's very keen to meet Baba Yaga. I'd recommend keeping your eye open when you return.
Thank you for the warning. There are many unsavory types. I try to distance myself from them,
Seems to be the way of the hut.
but I do take up the good errands when I can. But I refuse to do evil in the name of Baba Yaga.
I respect that. And he'll give a nod. Well, see you back. Bye.
Okay. All right. Tana, you see Varen gives a wave as well. Oh, bye, guys.
Oh, bye.
Bye. Maybe I should come with. I don't want to be a third wheel. I'm sorry, Saoirse. She kind of backs up. You know what? Actually, wait up, guys. I'm coming. Varen quickly rushes up. Doesn't make any sense for me to stay here.
This is my gate. I didn't say you could come.
Hey, I came through
ignore
Baba
him.
Yaga's.
You're very welcome.
Just kidding. Just kidding. See, I can be a satyr too.
Clap.
Oh, you're hilarious. Yeah.
Grizz takes one last tearful goodbye with Kane and heads back up with his new axe in tow with this kind of greenish and ivory looking rune glowing bright, which actually kind of matches the door actually now that I look at it. Something akin to the door frame itself. And he said, "Yeah, no shiny rune. I don't know what it does yet." He said words that didn't make sense.
Okay.
I'll just swing it and see what happens.
Well, no, we'll look into
Whoa,
it.
whoa! Not at him. He's all right.
Oh no, you, Ember, yeah.
No, not at me either. I got a spell slots. I can't even shield that.
Oh, it's gonna be a
okay.
Feywild spell. It's gonna be like cast polymorph on hit.
God.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone lines up at the door, and then Una turns and says, "And what of you? Eridanus, your fate is your own to begin writing. You must have many questions, but perhaps those questions are best discovered and answered by yourself. When you walk this life, you will awaken many things within yourself. Though the Fae has filled you with much experience and knowledge already. The material world is a new adventure, one that might actually possess a challenge.
Well, considering that these lovely folks have helped you out, and considering someone's apparently been messing with the stars in the material plane, I should probably go and investigate that. It's something to do.
Return of your findings. Once you have discovered what caused this, I am much disturbed by the fact that something is able to manipulate the magic of the Feywild. Something powerful, such as an archfey, is only capable of this.
It's probably Baba Yaga, not going far off the, theorem spectrum here, but, just saying.
Yeah.
You are probably not wrong, Ember.
Probably. No.
Beseech this Bone Queen, or Mother of Bones, rather. Find out what she wanted with that star.
Maybe easier said than done, but yes, whatever is going on, I think she is very much at the heart of it. We will do what we can.
Aye. Well, sounds like we've got quite an adventure ahead of us. Either way, so let's get going. Open the door and let's see what's on the other side, I guess.
I can't wait to get out of here. No problem.
Okay.
See you guys on the
I
other
was gonna go
side.
And for one of the
Through the
first
door.
times in my life, I will go through first.
Ooh.
Oh,
Alright.
pushing Dyer out the way then. It
Oh,
looked
no,
like
no.
I was about to. And you're
Yes.
like,
Oh
not
no,
me!
she would beat me to it if she was
Okay.
wanting to.
No, no,
Right, right.
Ember's
Well,
learning.
I'll...
Ember's learning.
No, Ember just wants to get the fuck out of here.
Oh goodness. Well, that's about to happen as you insert the cloud key into this ivory lock. You see it turn, the clouds vanish from it and appear into, well, you've seen the cloud key before, somewhere the artwork is buried in here. It has actually got clouds on it. And when you insert it into the lock, they transform into an interior. And it is, of course, Baba Yaga's hut. As you turn the lock, you hear the tumblers of fates spin and transform this door into a new portal. One that leads straight back into the hut itself. Oh my god, here we go. Let me copy all your tokens. Copy and activate.
Oof.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Christian,
hot
is there
Ember.
an item? Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just looking for it actually.
For the cloud key, or
Everyone's shrunk. Yeah, there is. I'm just looking. Items.
I miss my cloud key. It was my familiar.
very
There
nice.
it is. Image, show players. There we go. There it is.
I'm trying to put it in my inventory here.
The
so I don't
mystical
forget to
sound of
grab
its
it.
turning triggers the tumblers of revelation. There you go. And as it
Okay, pretty.
turns, you feel yourselves being pulled into that space.
Sick.
And also shrunk at the same time, it seems. Because I didn't mean to do that, but when I copied your tokens on, you all got shrunk.
Oh,
Which is
hey,
quite
it's
funny.
Oh,
it's
we're back.
our boy Owl.
Oh, we're back.
Cahoots.
Ow. Place is big.
You hear thump,
Yes.
thump, thump coming down the stairs.
and the bunny. Third.
Ivan!
Snug
Ivan!
is
guys! Welcome back! Oh my god! Everyone see? Look, I repaired the table.
Ah, finally, Snurg. How
Did
long has
I?
it been
Good.
since we've been gone?
It doesn't. Oh, oh.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Where have you been?
How long
It's
was
just
been
it?
a
how long
while.
has it been exactly?
I'm
Why
really
can't-
curious
why-
how long it's been.
Why are you so tiny?
Why are we tiny?
That's an excellent question.
Hold on. I think there's a poking around here somewhere.
Oh boy.
Hold on. I hope this is the right one.
Dun,
Oh,
dun,
no.
dun, dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun,
I
dun,
know.
dun,
Back to the old
dun,
one.
dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun.
there you go. Drink that up. There you go.
Ah,
Much
there we
better.
go.
That's good, Snurg. That's good.
Thank you, Snurg. On time with just what we need, as
Nice.
always.
I think we should leave Resden this small though. We should not give him.
Yeah, who's this?
Yeah.
Oh no. I gotta report this to Lady Mora. If you're
No,
newer to
hang
the
on
place.
now, Snurg. Hang on. We're not
Oh,
so
Baron,
fast.
welcome back.
I need to know how long we've been gone, Snurg.
I don't keep track of time. Look, there's not even any windows in here. That one doesn't count. He just points to the window.
Has everything been okay within the hut? Has anything crazy happened?
Oh yeah, they're all dead.
What?
Is that a joke?
Who's dead? What?
Oh, the rat.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen them in ages.
Jesus Christ!
You know those little
don't
rats with the
do that to me.
glowy blue brains? They're just gone. I haven't seen one in ages.
What
think-
rats? What
Did
are you
you
talking
get them
about?
Did you snatch them up? And you see Azure is just like purring in the corner, and as Snow tries to get close, he's slapped with one of these spiky tentacles. Ah! Ouch! Okay. Bad kitty. I don't know what
Talking
happened
about
to the rat.
Tanner? Rats with brains. We saw some of those in the Feywild.
Snurg, I don't suppose you've seen any hide or hair of that shadow demon thing?
Occasionally, sometimes
here?
it gets really dark and spooky. I
Okay.
usually
dear.
hide away. Yeah.
Snag. So we've of course just come back from the Feywild and we've seen Dawn. We have a few messages for Baba Yaga. If
Okay.
you would be able to just send word, we can go and rest up. Of course, but in fact, she was gone when we left.
She
if I remember
was.
correctly. Is she back now?
Yes. Yes, she's back, and she's pretty mad. Mostly at Ember.
For what?
There we go.
I've been
There's
dying.
there's your reward.
Someone killed her scarecrows. Also, someone released her phoenix. Also, someone killed the gibbering mouthers. And also, someone, what else happened? Lots of things.
Okay,
like you messed up.
maybe don't say we're back just yet.
Oh.
Okay, Snurg, if you don't mind, just keep things a little quiet while we work some things out. We really appreciate it.
Fuck.
I know you've been a loyal servant of mine. I think you can, keep this one, in a similar fashion. Don't forget who you work for here.
Work? I do work. Yes.
Yeah. Why don't you clean up the winery and avoid the Baba Yaga? I think she's really mad at you, anyways. You don't wanna be around her right now. You should probably stay down in your cellar.
Oh, okay. I'll go get some wine. Drown my
that's good.
troubles away.
Also,
That's good,
Snag,
Snurg, that's good.
This is our new friend as well. What did you say your name was, friend?
Who, me?
Yes, you. Not Preston.
I'm Eridanus, but if you want, if that's too long a name, I guess you could call me River if you like. That works. What? Preferably not Eri, that kind of sounds weird.
What about Donna?
Oh no, I'm not a kebab.
Did you say wine, Snow? Yes, right this way. Don't mind if I do.
Well, that's him out the way, I suppose.
See you.
That's
Create a
see you,
monster.
Reston.
Don't
Enjoy.
worry, I'll still see you around, I'm
There's
sure.
some weird stuff down there.
Of course, we'll catch up, Preston.
Oh yeah, and someone killed the Light Warden as well. Yeah, that was a big one. Really big one. So,
Oh boy.
I think you're in the doghouse.
Yeah,
and he
I would
leaves
have thought
Risten
we're
out.
more. Would have thought we're more in the cat house. There's a cat over there.
Well,
Who cares what bloody cat house, dog house it is?
yeah.
Hey, welcome back, by the way.
See you.
How you doing?
Hi, man. Good to see you. I
Hey.
can't even talk to you because I can't understand you, but we're talking anyways.
Oh, I can understand him. Chris said he called you a bunch of, well, best left unsaid. Okay, and I think with that, you guys finally making it back into the hut. It seems like a fitting place to close it tonight.
Nice.
And
Oh,
finally,
man.
Daya, the only one who I haven't said anything for yet. But you will be getting your level up. So if you want to do your level up
Yay.
now, I don't mind. You can totally do that.
Hit
I
There is a
absolutely do.
specific point when I want it to actually occur, but yeah.
I think I get ability.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
mostly
Congrats,
just
my
an
everyone.
hidden die.
Extra
off
key
speed.
points. I get extra key points and ability score of improvement. I think there's one other thing.
Man's
The
getting
big one here is we get the roller hit
sentimental.
dice. Come on, baby. Big money, big money, big
Yes.
money, big money. Okay.
Average.
I'll deal with my level up at when we're down.
When we're off. Alrighty. Cool. Well, we'll sign off here. Thank you very much for watching. This has been the Feydark arc. A little romp through the tunnels of madness down there. Goodness. They overcame the Mind Flayer, the Elder Brain. I'm so impressed these guys have pulled through and managed to subvert every challenge in front of them, just either through ingenuity, sheer luck, and just good team play. I would say just being a nuisance as well. That helps. But yeah, I can't thank these guys enough. They've all been fantastic role players, and yeah, like I must commend all of you, each and every one of you, done an amazing job throughout this little arc, and I hope you feel like Daya has, I guess, found a new development within their story, and that
Mm.
when they set off on this journey, they resented this whole thing, and they finally got to the end, and I hope that maybe something has changed within Daya. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out, but you've definitely been on a journey, that's for sure.
It's well, the last few sessions have taken a hell of a toll on her. But, yeah, it's interesting to see what comes next. That's been a great journey.
Hmm.
So happy. Yeah.
I'm excited to see what comes next and the repercussions for all the actions earlier. Yeah, we're gonna have some consequences next session. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Baba Yaga's might
we
take
left
a
the
more.
place a bloody mess. There's wine all over the floor.
You did. Oh
We
god.
released a couple of beasts.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah, you
shadow demon.
really did
Yeah,
make a mess.
we
Oh,
did.
It might be a more antagonistic return into the hut. Who knows? More confrontational. But that's cool. We like action. All right, we're gonna sign off here. Thank you very much for watching again. Tune in on Monday as well for the Curse Breakers, who
Yo.
are still in that climactic battle with the Dark Powers.
Earth breakers.
God, it's a grueling fight. So tough on us, but it's good to
Yeah,
be challenged in this final.
I think I've balanced the encounter well.
Mm.
Hopefully.
And again on Monday is the Tomb of Annihilation Last Resort Company. They have finally gathered all 10 trickster gods. It's time to kick down the door and fight a lich. Oh boy, can't wait.
Ooh.
And
Curse
again on Friday
breakers.
as well, we will be live with Roll for Story as they fight their way out of the Molten Monastery and try to get back to the Star Sapphires in time before dragons attack their cities.
Yay.
All right, that's all
Cool.
from us. Bye for now.
Bye bye.
Adios.
Bye.